We are simply God's beautiful children.
Yo, what makes you get the red boy? Like, I still don't know.
What?
You know how Sage has like blue dots and red dots in the top games?
Oh, when you use Eucrasian diagnosis, the single target shield, when it breaks, it um gives you one of your red dots, I think.
I mean, that's cool. This Lala can have it then.
Distant clap.
Oh shit, he was not kidding me. No, no, like it actually, that's how you get it.
Yeah, it's a DPS loss to you get those in combat. Only one more run of Holminster Switch. I feel like just going to do fucking Zadnor would be faster at this point,
Yeah.
Yep.
but I'm committed.
We all have our parts to play in the grand plan.
The Garlean Empire is built on a foundation of sin, and Hydaelyn will see you ruined. If you will not see the light, then I, the warrior of light, will show you.
I will show you her beauty.
Look at them titties. The most beauteous things this star has ever seen.
White woman's titties.
I really fucking hate the fact that you have to follow up this dumb off GCD with exactly this GCD. It's so retarded. Soul Reaver or whatever stacks. It's like, bro,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you get used to it though. Like,
it's stupid.
it is stupid. Yes.
Healer in need.
That's literally what Sean came in and said, like, fucking week one, like, at some point. It's like, I don't like that, if you use Bloodstock or Gluttony, you gotta use the, Gibbet and Gallows.
Gibbet.
And it's like even worse with Gluttony, right? Like, you don't want to fuck that up, and like, because you get two of them.
Bricked.
I kind of don't like that when you go into Enshroud, your slice, like your 1 to 3 combo is disabled.
What?
Yeah. Because there's
Why
like,
are the AoEs so fuck? It's like you got circle, cone, circle, fucking.
well, it's like 3 circles and 1 cone, right? Well, double cone, I suppose.
Guillotine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Fucking
So,
aim.
Soul Scythe, Spinning, and Nightmare are all circle, yeah. The other two are cone. But it's more like a semicircle, honestly, not a cone.
Listen, it's a very big cone.
Same thing, yeah.
Yep, clock. I also feel like this upkeep debuff. I don't know.
A link shell only for queer, trans, non-binary folk to be social and be
Yeah, I
composed?
literally just think
But
about it like a dot.
like Hingambana is a minute long though.
Yeah. The difference is like it's 30. Like,
Yeah,
well,
it's 30, but it caps at 60.
yeah.
So it's literally just like use it twice, dumbass.
Yeah. Like the thing is, you kind of don't want to do twice because the way you prep your 2 minute requires you to use one of those inside your shroud. Just because like shroud has a 15-second cooldown, and you want to like back to back shroud, right? Like, so you kind of like buffer it in a way that like if you use that and then arcane circle, you get like max potency or some dog shit.
I don't like it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's essentially a 30-second dot, so I don't mind. At first, I was dropping it, obviously, but yeah. I mean, when I played Ninja, Shadowfang was a fucking DCD. Like, it was not the one
It
button.
still is a GCD.
What?
No, it's
No.
World of Darkness. Can't wait to wipe it Cerberus.
The thing, Reaper's kind of fucking lame to like 70, 80 though. Like,
Yeah.
without, without Shroud, it feels so slow. Because you're literally just pressing 1, 2, 3 and your stupid ass Gibbet Gallows. Yeah, you don't even get Gluttony till late. But yeah, it's like you get all the fucking soul spenders, I suppose, and there's nothing that's being generated, right? Like you're just spending it as just fucking going into the ether, dude. It's like, wait, what? Yeah, you definitely gotta get used to those two things. Also,
Fuck
kind of don't
this.
like that Communia's fucking cast though. Nah, dude, it's so dumb when they do the like even harp. I don't know why they thought it was like a good idea to just make it a cast. It's like why? Like
Because when you're pacified, you can still use it.
you're never pacified though. Yeah, it's
He
just like
doesn't know.
you know when you gotta like suddenly pull off the boss, but you're still moving, right? And for Reaper, you cannot use harp because you're fucking moving. Like hello. But like every other melee ball besides monk, uh, can use a fucking range move. Reaper technically has one, but like it's literally single use though, so it's not like you have unlimited fucking harvest moons.
Just buy them.
Harvest moon is super good design though, in my opinion. It's like, oh yeah, you gotta disengage, but it's only for like one GCD. Here you go, 600 potency disengage. It's like, oh shit, dude. Same with Plentiful. Like, Plentiful's range is like across the fucking map, dude. He's just fucking plentiful.
I'm binded in the death flare. What?
Oh yeah, I like reorganized my summoner bar because apparently like it lost everything, you know. Like open the bar like it's all gray. I'm like, what the fuck did I do to this class? Like, what? Oh my god, no, man. Like, okay, here's the thing, right? They gave the summons two things called like Gem Shine, Precious Brilliance, or some shit. Yeah. Which is like the single target and AoE move for all the summons, right? And that is good. Like anytime you use a summon, it changes Gem Shine to like the summon single target, which is like cool. But why does it not do that to Bahamut and Phoenix? Like Bahamut and Phoenix changed Ruin and Tries Disaster to their single and multi. It's like, why is there no consistency? Like three of them changed these two skills, but like the other two changed the other two skills. It's like, why? Like what? Why couldn't you just make
More
Ruin and
buttons.
Tries? It, sure, but this feels so like forced though. Like I don't know, man. It's like you do the same thing, but you're using two different buttons to do the same fucking thing. It's like why? And like, guess what? These two buttons are fucking disabled when like they cannot be used, and those two are disabled when they cannot be. It's just like it's so dumb. But I guess if they did consolidate that, Summoner would lose two more buttons. So they're like, well, shit, you know? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just like let's just do this dumb thing, remove its consistency. But yep, that's all it takes to make sure there's buttons. They should have definitely made some kind of like one of the summon has like a dot or some shit like that kind of deal.
The Japanese don't like damage over time spells.
Well, the Japanese can suck my dick then.
The Japanese.
Superior Nippon gameplay has no dots.
Isn't one of like the top fucking summoner player literally Japanese? Bro, at least listen to that one person, bro. Fuck.
He was probably like, remove it all the dots, get it out.
Get it out of the way.
9 to 5 in Japan, Pepe La.
Bro. Bro, they literally fucking coon for Dark Knight, bro. And Dark Knight has two dots, like what then? What now? Two fucking dots, bro. Yeah. I don't even like I'd prefer if Living Shadow was literally a fucking dot on the boss though, honestly. Does all these yeah, you could snapshot buffs and like it's not gonna spook people when they like when you're just progging, right? And then you're like it's like a new fight. No, no, not even Wondrous Tales. Like this is actually like okay. Say you're doing like a fucking like early push. You're trying to kill a boss. You know the DPS is kind of tight. You're like, and you know these people are like failing. Like your entire group is like sucking dick at this one mechanic. You're like, okay, go to one, go to one. You're fucking. You keep saying that. You see like fucking 7 people move, but there's this one motherfucker that doesn't move, and you're tilted, and you're looking at that shit, and you're fucking dead. Turns out that's not even a real player. That's a fucking shadow. It's like, bro, what? I just fucking died because I was looking at a dumbass shadow, dude. Like, what the fuck? No, it's just like, bro, fuck, man. Yeah. It's just like, this is too much, SE. Like, come on, man.
But Raze, it's soul.
With a we in it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like, Soul, the 410.
Soul.
Fuck.
But Raze, it's soul.
Oh, God.
Give yourself to our Lord. Me? Like an hour and a half.
This
Imagine
gunbreaker is
being
not
like,
popping
it's your
cooldowns.
fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. JK, it was a 1.0 bug this whole time.
We don't see any issue on our end. Oh shit, it was on our end. Deflect.
This was Tanaka's fault all along. It was Tanaka. Please don't blame Yoshi P.
Listen, FF14, Sakaguchi's still the company. His fault. That's why I was fired.
Wait, why is there only 3 people on this DPS meter? What is going on, bro?
Bro, my fucking Thancred is synced. Hello? What?
The summoner is not. What? We just did 2 packs. The summoner didn't press anything. Yeah, he's not on the DPS meter. Holy shit. Yes. Yeah, this man didn't even summon his pet
But the
then.
pet is just fucking cosmetic now.
Oh, is it?
The pet doesn't do anything, yeah. They were like, fuck, we still have to keep Eggy Gwam in the game.
We worked so hard on the retarded system.
Do you even start with a carbuncle?
You get it pretty
Yeah, I'm
early,
pretty
like
sure
level
you get it.
15 or something.
Yeah, he's pretty much started with it.
Do you want to summon a phoenix?
They say that the spirit of the phoenix was with Louis Soy Kurd. I don't know how to say his name, but the point is, one of those Elzin's grandpas over there, right, turned into a fucking bird when he killed that dragon or some such, and we can summon it with the power of it. I don't listen, man. Okay, you want to summon a bird or not?
We have the power of the eighth. And because we have Aether, we can summon Louis Sui.
Holy socks, dude.
Louis Sui.
They say his name is Louis Swab, but what's the X for?
Dude, what's the
Why
X
is it
for?
silent?
I ain't never seen one of my exes be silent like that.
God says his children must speak. But all he does is squaw. I say we pronounce him Louis Squaw. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Who the fuck is Yoshi P?
862 damage. Yeah, like.
Are you putting your katana away?
No matter how many times I talk to these locals about their swords, I can never understand why they just have to put a curve in it like this. What if you accidentally pull it out backwards? What good is it going to be then?
And it don't look too durable. What if I just gave you a claymore?
Now that's a sword.
I do declare that to be a good fucking weapon.
Hey! 5 feet of fucking steel. Look at that bad boy. It could come in you. I'm sorry. I did my best. Once we start getting into like Larry the Cable Guy territory, it's like, okay, this is a little too much even for me.
This tank definitely doesn't know how to space out his fucking cooldowns,
No
bro.
one keeps the doggy chained. Fuck. Excalibur train.
Man, just pop Nebula and fucking what's the parry bullshit, that one.
So hold on a moment. You mean to tell me there's some other kind of false ether called Dynamis?
God.
Demon Man?
What in the hell did you say this little girl was? An Antaliki? What in the fuck?
I don't know
Licky.
what the fucking intellecty is, but my shotgun don't care.
Shotgun don't care.
You said we's going to an Ultima Thule. What the fuck is that?
Ultimate tool.
Just say it's beyond the edge of the map, you fucking turd. All these Charlian eggheads are too clever by half, by my reckoning. Too many words to say the same shit that you could say in a few. You means to tell me that at the bottom of this underground facility there's a spaceship?
What the hell is a lopperit? And why does it look like what I see in my back fucking yard?
Lopperit? Looks like something I'd eat.
Now that pudding away, he's a darn character, I tell you what.
You should have seen the face on Cooking Way when he had one of those lemons. Just
We sure got that goddamn motherfucker.
Bro, I think I actually stole the LB from Alize because, like, in the middle of my LB, she's like, "There'll be nothing left of you but a smoking crater." It's like, bro, I'm doing the LB. Hello?
Now, excuse me, you fucking bitch. I still don't know if you're a boy or a girl, but it don't make no damn difference.
I suppose it don't matter much either. I don't want to level my avatars anymore. I thought I did, and then I did like fucking 5 runs of Holminster Switch, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna bomb Bosnia or some shit. Off to the Doman Enclave, time to kill some Serbs.
That do sound like a damn plan now, don't it? GG all. World of Darkness FTMFW.
What?
What demon is this man summoning?
We enter Zadnor. Oh wait, this is gonna scale me to 80, so I have to learn what these things do now.
So you get another charge of soul slices, and you get gibbet.
Give it to me.
Gluttony. Oh my god, this person's playing 1,000 miles on the bar thing. Another
Bro, these motherfuckers are speedrunning, killing themselves, bro. Please.
Diviun Lanis. Tomatsu Senshi. Just send she a letter, you stupid fuck. I don't know anymore, Dutch.
This waste not fucking
Waste not two.
waste not 2 into fucking what is this thing called?
Groundwork
Preparatory
or-
touch is retarded.
Yeah, the 20 durability one. It's like that's been the best way to craft for like a while now. Holy fuck, we're getting glass. It's the Covenant.
The Covenant.
Remember when Halo was like a good sci-fi franchise?
No.
What the
No.
fuck is that?
I thought it was pretty interesting up until like Halo 3.
No, after
Or
Halo
4.
3, it's kind of just garbage.
I thought the Forerunners were like humans. Then and then
They are.
they just made it like Forerunners are just fucking another ancient race or
Yeah.
Just another one.
just another ancient race. Just another ancient race, a precursor race. As always.
Why? Yeah, mate.
Bro, why are these DPS so low?
They are tarded.
Whoa, whoa,
Like,
whoa, whoa.
The Reaper's doing 3.2k. I'm doing fucking 2.8, keeping his ass alive. Like, what the fuck?
Wait, someone actually bought my 99 Copra nickel set. I mean,
Copra nickel, Copra nickel, Cope nickel. Oh my god, I hate Zadnor already.
my purpose. Farm Zadnor. Oh my god.
I don't even have like I didn't do the like buzz just shit after the fact. So like I only have zone 1 right now and it's like fucking AIDS.
oh my god. Someone please buy my Usikinu octopus.
You know what tilts me, dude? DPS
Seasonless?
players that just. Sure,
Oh.
that too. DPS players that don't press their fucking raid buffs and unpacks. They just hold them.
Hold them. Ever.
This Reaper hasn't used Arcane Circle outside bosses like one time. This motherfucker gets 50 Shroud Gauge using that, by the way. Wait, I don't think he has it at this level. Never mind. It's still a fucking raid buff though. Like holy fuck. No. The raid buff he still has. He just doesn't have plentiful. Is what I meant.
Oh god. Gotcha leather.
Gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha leather. Damn, 6k for one gotcha leather. Fuck. That's a lot. Whatever. At least they're only selling them in packs of 1, not 99 like some fucking retards. Oh, we're out of tea. Brew more, or we just go thirsty? Go thirsty.
Yo, people know how to do this mechanic, dude. Holy shit.
There's just some tiny Lalafell going off. Oh,
What?
she ran away.
Going off? What do you mean by going off?
Like, oh, she's like a Beastmaster. There's like some. Okay, whatever.
Oh, she ran away.
Yeah, we like beat the fuck out of some like little Lalafell girl who was like, I'm a Beastmaster, and she shows up with like some crazy fucking like tiger and shit. And like,
Beastmaster, what the fuck?
Oh shit,
Zadna,
new class?
dude.
New class?
Yeah, new class, Pepe fan.
New class? Beastmaster? Beastmaster? We getting Beastmaster and Endwalker?
Where is it?
Where is it?
Beastmaster.
We're Beastmaster.
If we get fucking Beastmaster, dude, this shit's gonna be like
It's gonna be old Summoner, dude.
it's gonna be like limited job, just collectathon bullshit.
Yeah. We join Blue Mage. Then we can really be the carnival, dude. Oh god.
It actually like pisses me off because like Blue Mage is a lot of fun gameplay, and it's like this should just be like a normal job, like. But no, because I don't know, someone's gonna like shit up DF with like their water cannon only, right? And they can't code for crap.
Man, the sad part with fucking Scholar is like you do not have enough like reactive tools, in my opinion.
You don't have enough reactive what?
Tools. Like, here's the thing: I've got 3 ether flow, but besides that, there's nothing else.
Oh,
Right?
your XCog?
You can use XCOG without ether flow, though.
Yeah, you can.
No, the recitation is on cooldown. No, I fucking popped that shit on cooldown, dude. Yeah, it's like we've had 2 DPS die. Well, 1 DPS die twice in the final boss. And it's like, bro, I'm gonna need you to like stay still for like a second, bro. Like, I got nothing on me to like heal your dumbass, cause like I raised you, you fucking died, and I gotta do it again, and I got nothing. I'm not eating my fairy, cause the other boy also has a dot, and like the fairy has to like take care of that boy, right? It's just like, let me please GCD heal you, like please. Yeah, it's just literally like
Skill
there's
issue. That's what it is.
there's nothing I can do, bro. Like, please,
Yeah.
please let me cast my fucking Adlo. Like, holy shit, man.
Why can't I use Enshroud?
Wait, is that a legitimate question or are you trolling?
Wait, who's trolling?
Not you.
Holy fuck, it's
Kelp.
this guy.
I just joined.
It's just
Not you,
letting me-
Kelp. It's because you gotta do the job quest,
It
dumbass.
says, yeah, action not yet learned. But
Yeah.
I'm in Zadnor.
Yeah,
it
but you
doesn't
need
unlock-
you need to unlock it.
It's
Zan-
dumbass.
Zadnor does not unlock a job specific. Well, the
Fucking
quest specific thing.
Is it Reaper?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
at least it's not like a. At least it's not like an ARR job. And he like hasn't done them since like.
Yeah,
Could you imagine like?
it's weird.
Fairy.
It's weird because fucking Heaven on High and Palace of the Dead, even though you don't do your job quest, you can still use the skills.
Yeah.
I like this gift, Calf. I'ma keep it.
I
I
just
have a
literally
similar.
typed in skill issue in the little GIF thing.
Yeah, I have a similar one with a cat. There's that
Skill
one.
issue.
It says skill. It says I think skill is Shinya or something.
All right, we made
That's
fucking
pretty cool.
6 of these coats. I'm to slowly offload them on the fucking market board over
This one.
so
I
the
got
next
this
day.
one.
Bruh.
It's code of aiming, sir. Do they look cool at
Yes,
least?
definitely need those gifts, dude.
Bro,
No,
fuck
this
I'm
one's
not
good. This
doing
one's
this.
good if you play like fighting games, because she's like a really low tier. Like, giga low tier.
Fuck this dumbass job. Fuck leveling. Fuck other jobs. I quit.
I take up the blade.
Just
Gay.
do leveling roulette and like alliance, bro.
No.
Every day for the next
Yeah.
eternity.
No.
Yeah,
And your
free
wondrous
level.
tales, boom.
Yeah.
There's nothing free about it.
Listen, Kelp, we can do wondrous tales together next week, brother.
You can also do leveling with them.
Yeah.
Homosexual leveling.
Also the pixie dailies.
What the fuck is a pixie?
Bro,
What do you
they
mean?
call
Hey.
no, Raze, you can't say that. They call themselves gays.
Yeah,
They call themselves
the gay
gay?
folk.
What?
Yeah, the gay folk. Yeah.
Now I'm even more confused.
Yeah, they're not the fey folk, they're the gay folk.
Bard players?
No, dude, pixie dailies, man.
Yeah, the pixies and
Ilmeg.
Ilmig. What made Meg ill?
Pixies. Being gay.
What? Is she ill with like the HIV? Like
No, she's just
She's
gay.
ill
That's
with the gay.
considered illness in the Bible.
ill with a lust for cock.
Yeah.
We love cock.
So Evie's mom beat him up as a kid.
Why?
Every time he's like, I love cock. She's like, no, not in this household. Fucking starts beating him.
Come here.
There was no one home to beat me, Rays. I was by myself with my cat.
Oh
We do
god.
not
That's
love
what.
cock in this.
And
You hear what he said? I was
I
alone
had,
with my cat. This is why he's a fucking furry, dude. Not like this, man. Oh god.
And I played Might and Magic, dude. I can't believe I ever finished those games. Those games were hella fucking long.
I never finish games.
Cry, you should play Might and Magic 7 and Might and Magic 8.
No.
No one plays those games.
They're good.
Except Seth for making like a meme video.
No,
Yeah.
they're actually good games. Like
No, they're not. Like any game he plays and makes a fucking review of, it's safe to
I've
like
played
remove
so
it from
many
like
of the games. that he
any
makes,
watch list. Like
Cultivation Simulator.
okay,
yeah.
that game looks good. I would play that game.
It's literally
Cultivation Simulator.
It's literally like if you want to play a game but you're unsure, just go to his YouTube and like make sure you didn't make a video of it.
No,
Because
Might
if
and
he
Magic
did,
is
it's not
actually
worth
good.
playing
Of
anymore.
Exile.
Yeah. See, point proof. Point fucking proof.
Path of Exile.
God, Tibet was it like Tibetan something
Yeah.
simulator.
Orb farming.
And he made that Path of Exile
Chinese
video a
old
long
farming
time ago.
Fucking like there's a headhunter trade he does. Put in like a fucking fusing or some shit.
And he gets blacklisted. He'll come
Yeah,
back.
They always. Come. It's just like no, dude.
Oh god.
No, Might and Magic is actually a decent game. Pretty good. If you
Was
want to
this-
play some like really
You went
old,
from decent to pretty good, dude.
Yeah, pretty
that's a
good.
fucking.
if you want to
leap, my
play
boy.
some really old, like classical RPG, you know,
Play
that has
The
Pokemon.
guy
Yup.
who wanted one chaos or two. Just put in one chaos.
like these games are good. And also, there's a game inside the games called Acromage that you play at the tavern, and it's like a card game. It's sick as fuck. They can make that just into a game.
Bro, I
and
think
I'd
that's
play
called
that.
Gwent and Witcher 3 invented it.
I would play Acromage forever.
Oh, Gwent.
Bro, I just can't fucking get into this. I hate leveling so much, dude.
Why do you hate leveling, bro? It's too dungeon,
It's so
bro.
fucking stupid. I hate leveling.
He doesn't like killing the thing to get the thing to make him get more good at killing the thing.
Apparently dungeons got buffed, bro.
Who
Yeah, but
cares?
he still doesn't want to do them.
It's just like, why do you think it took so long to get all of my jobs to 80 last six pack?
You
It's
got
like,
all of the jobs, holy.
yeah,
Bro, I got all the jobs to 80 before the fucking first raid tier ended. What the fuck?
You guys are wild. How do you play so much?
What do you mean? I
bro,
literally spammed
we were
them with
subbed
Peach,
for like
bro.
2.5 fucking years.
I guess if you do it every day, I like CBA to do it every day.
It wouldn't even take every day. It would take like every day for a month.
Yeah. I literally like Peach and I. We did it in like the first 2 months because we were literally spamming them.
I mean, my lemon, right? Has got
Lemon.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
4
His favorite
jobs,
melee player.
and like he did that in like I don't know, a couple weeks.
Wait,
I don't know why he
490?
leveled all melee
Yeah,
DPS.
I
490.
guess I'm gonna have 390 soon. So
I have
I play
190, and that's enough.
I've got 2, bro.
I should have stopped at 2. Well,
I've got
I'm just
Raper and Dark Knight.
I would actually be interested, like leveling Buck just because it shares gear. But
Wait,
beyond
this
that,
guy plays monk, doesn't he? Lemon.
Yeah. I
no,
mean, I
he
don't think he
plays
knows
like
what he's playing, dude.
yeah, he's like I don't know what I'm gonna play for this year, and it's like, well, I hope you figure it out when
Good
we.
thing for you, I'm equally bad at all of the melee.
It's like, yeah, you're gonna be a gray on whatever you play, so it's fine.
Shit. Poor guy.
What do you mean,
Pep
poor guy?
hands.
It's self-inflicted. He's literally like, I'm not joining the balance, and I was like, okay.
But it's so good. You get your popcorn, you read some Doom posts. It's great.
Bro,
It's like,
anyone who goes to the balance and reads stuff that's not in the resources is psychopath, dude.
Okay, but sometimes
I'm also a psychopath.
No,
Do you know who you're talking to?
You literally can't.
Do you know who's
convince
actually
me.
a psychopath? Claymore's a psychopath. This man today said, I literally said, I don't know why, but I kind of want to do that fate thing where you do like 500 fates in every zone. And I'm like, what the fuck?
What do you mean 500? There's no 500 fates,
it's like
bro.
60, yeah.
Yeah.
But
No, yeah, like 60. And I was like, oh, this guy's sick.
You know, people made like fucking millions off of that, right? Like, you
because you
literally
buy
make
a
bank.
fucking token
Yeah.
or some shit.
But
Yeah,
they did
yeah.
it like, right away, right?
Well, I mean, it was still like super profitable till like recently. I'm not sure what the.
I imagine it would
rates
still
are.
be profitable. But
Yeah,
It's because there's some dumb fucking mount that takes like a bajillion of the token.
yeah.
5,000 or
Yeah,
50,000.
You literally just like print money, bro. It's like what?
Bro,
And
fuck
also-
this. I'm decenting all this gear.
What the? Calm down, go. And also, you can also like get levels that way, right? It's not like wasted XP. So
yeah, it's
like making XP and fucking go at the same time, boys.
that's what I'm doing now, dude. Making my grade 5 dexterity alchests. I was an 87 alchemist earlier. Now I'm halfway to 90. Let's go.
Yo, Cry, let's do a 50, 60, 70, 80 roulette.
I am
Dear
not
God.
walking into another fucking
would you-
dungeon today.
Bro,
You know what? Like,
I'm literally 100,000
Shitter
from
roulette.
leveling summoner.
yeah, why don't they just call it
Trash roulette.
like non
Low bob
like,
roulette.
Here's what you do, Raze. Just fucking cute motherfucker. Do it without me. Just do it without me. Just do it.
Fuck,
I
dude.
was like, can't go on. Dazed.
I've got
Feeling.
12 minutes on my
My
fucking
fucking
time, bro.
brain can only do
12
one thing at
fucking-
this fucking hour right now, Raze, and that
Press
is
1, 2, 3.
press a fucking macro and bench. Okay.
Oh, you're also crafting.
It's press a macro and bench, okay? And I'm very fucking close to saying a macro isn't good enough. I'm about to just fucking send it on the bot, dude, and just fucking go for like, just like pay $25 to press a button and bench.
They got auto hockey macro. It's really easy.
we have to fucking
Sam
delete.
deleted, Reaper deleted. Oh wait, no, Reaper deleted. Sam is.
Man, someone level his Reaper for him, man. He's gonna abandon Samurai for that shit.
No, he wants to play a superior job, Samurai.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
when they
Superior
buff
job is
Samurai,
literally
we'll
fucking
see who's
Reaper.
laughing.
Okay, buddy.
100% chance they buff Samurai.
Yeah, the last tier Samurai is gonna be good, dude. That's fine.
I think Samurai will.
They buff it this patch. and then Dancer gets
Yeah,
a small buff,
that
even
that
though
would be
shouldn't,
funny though,
and we're
because
back to last meta again.
like what if they like just
I mean-
buff Monk randomly, just like last,
Monk.
just they
This
just
is
do
like-
it. And
this is
then
like-
they get rid of the chocolate, like the whole like fucking the sticker system, like the next tier, you know? Like wouldn't that be hilarious to just raise that?
Shit, don't give them ideas.
The thing is, the sticker system is not perfect, so they probably might do something.
What do you mean it's not perfect? It's
Yeah,
fine.
it's not perfect.
We've had it for like
Like-
2 weeks, dude. Come on.
Like
Yeah,
you
we had a
literally
nap man
cannot
for
do
about
the
2
strongest
weeks too.
part. Yeah,
We had a
Yeah,
nap man
we
for about
can't
2
do
weeks.
double shroud in the opener. Fuck.
Oh god.
White mage can't use misery in the opener.
Yet.
No,
Summoner
Reaper double
can't use Ponix in the opener.
They just
What?
Reaper double shroud is not supposed to happen though. Like that's like a resource thing. Like hello, like you still get a communio. Like,
Listen,
what-
Ray, listen, Ray. Monk can't
No,
use its best
what-
thing. Summoner
what
can't
you're
use
literally-
Phoenix in the opener.
No,
Remember
what
that.
you're talking about is like saying Reaper cannot use communio in its opener, but we
Hear
can.
me out. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Summoner for how many years did Shadowbringers exist? Summoner for 2 years couldn't use its best moves in the opener, okay?
I
And it
mean-
was still busted as fuck.
yeah,
like,
there we
here's the
go.
thing.
Like,
Best moves by how much potency though?
Phoenix is fuck loads of potency.
Phoenix,
No, no,
you
no.
get,
Like
no, you get like what 2 revelations? I want to say. And
It
you
was
get,
better in Shadowbringers. They like
no,
nerfed
like
it.
compared to like the thing you did, how much was Phoenix better by?
Phoenix
a
was
lot.
like better than Bahamut. And
You potted at 2
Bahamut-
minutes on Summoner if you could. Like,
Yeah, like the whole reason that the summoner opener was like just death flare and get it out, right? You literally did like a try disaster trance death flare, like within like a GCD or so,
yeah.
right? Because it was like even that, like your normal 1 minute burst window was like so dog shit compared to what you wanted to get out, which was like, here it comes, Bahamut. Then like 2 minutes later, you finally get to summon the fucking bird and use like Fountain of Fire and what is it called?
Brand of Purgatory. Yeah.
Yeah, Brand of
You only press
Purgatory.
one button now. It sucks. That's that.
Yeah.
I think it should alternate still. I don't know.
So like you did like the alternating combo. I don't know what the exact potency was, but it was
It was
like it was like if you died before you got a phoenix, it was like the run was just it was bricked.
Wallet.
Like there was literally nothing you can do at that point to recover.
Dying
from a
on
break.
Summoner was special. Dying on Summoner has always been special. Since
Dying on
Stormblood.
any job is bad, right? Dying on summoner is like congratulations.
The
That is
last 2
guaranteed
minutes are
break.
gone.
That's your whole class. See you later.
It's like dying with a
You might as well
100
not be
gauge
there.
on
You
Reaper,
are now
right?
relegated to just to resurrecting. There's
It's
no
like,
point.
Imagine you had just like it's like you're about like you hit the enshroud button and it just instantly kills you.
yeah. Yeah, when you're gonna do your double and shroud,
Yeah.
you just
Like,
die.
oh god.
I mean, it's still the same fucking deal. Like, of course they deleted that summoner. There's no point of talking about it. So there you go, dude.
So that's
Well,
why.
Summoner
Like,
still,
they're
Summoner still
going-
can't do Phoenix right away though.
They're
It's-
go-
Yeah, but this Phoenix, I doubt, is more like here's the thing. You cannot convince me that like
Well, right now Bahamut's better than Phoenix, but
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's an oversight for sure.
no. The thing is like. I'm sure they looked at like people literally skip Bahamut to get to Phoenix and went,
No, you never
okay,
skip
this is
You
Bahamut.
can't skip Bahamut.
You
Like
skip
you
your
can't
Dread
rush his
Worm.
rotation.
Well, Dreadworm
you-
doesn't give extra damage for staying in it anymore. It used to, right? It used to make your Rune 3 stronger, but it
Yeah.
stopped doing that.
It used to be a 10%, I think, buff, and also make it instant. And
Oh,
then
that was
they
a good shit.
and then they got rid of that, and so people were just like, you know, try disaster trance, death flare, done. Right? And then
Trans
they would
death flare
summon
done.
Bahamut basically as soon as they could because it was like, and Kindle Bahamut was pretty fucking gigadam.
They're
I
just
mean,
like
sure,
We do
yeah.
like our
we
orbital bombardment plans.
we gotta get this boy out fucking quick, dude. Fuck everything
Yeah,
else. Because
regardless, it's still they still get their strongest shit now. So it's like it's not the same.
Yeah, but this is like to say
Monk
like
not getting
this
its
con-
strongest shit is just weird.
Yeah, well, it doesn't conflict with past design at all. So
Well, it
Does
does
it-
conflict with past design if you
Hasn't-
consider like changes imply that like something conflicts with their design, right? Like
Listen,
if
it's like
if they think it's perfect, like they just leave it, like Machinist and fucking Dark Knight, right?
Machinist is not perfect.
It's
Shut the
perfect.
fuck up, you.
Just like Dark
Here,
Knight, it's the
hear me
perfect
out.
fucking
You know,
tank
you know
class.
the class called Dragoon?
Yeah,
You know how
Dragoon got untouched. Like there's a reason for
like
that.
Bard can't Apex in its opener. Bard can't use its
No,
strongest
Dragoon
Radiant
can't-
Finale in opener.
Bro,
Dragoon can't
fuck
go into
Bard, bro.
the red mode
Black
in the
Mage
opener.
can. Oh wait,
No, you
Black
can.
Mage
What are you
can
talking about?
Zeno in the opener now, actually, but they couldn't.
Like for the entirety of fucking Stormblood and Shadowbringers, you couldn't though.
Yeah, but the thing is, the point is not talking about the past TV because it was not good. They changed the design. That's my point. That does mean it was going
Dragoon was
against it.
great design. I don't know.
No, that's not what they think. That's why they changed it. Like you
I
gotta
don't
think about it.
They think very hard about.
Sure,
this sort of
but
stuff.
like there's a reason why. Like current Dragoon is untouched from last expansion because everyone clearly liked old Dragoon.
It's way
So they're
different.
like, current Dragoon is like barely any different, dude. Like it's almost the same shit. There's no the buff
It's
alignment.
the way life works is different.
Just gets like a fucking purple off GCD, like
Yeah.
basically the same class.
Yeah, it is.
But like you had different things you did with life before. Now you always delay.
Well, you delay
Previously,
once
also,
and
you
then
almost always
and then
delay,
you always delay and then it literally just lines up everything like you do the same
no
shit
one-
afterwards.
The thing is, when you say like, "Oh, it doesn't make sense that it doesn't get the strongest shit in an opener," it's like their job now where that's not the case, though.
I mean, sure, with like Bard, I assume, but besides that,
Yeah, you can just look at Radiant Finale. You only get a 1 code of Radiant Finale in the opener. Verse 3. It only gives
can't
it
in
2%.
the opener either. Like
Apex era.
you'll never get an Apex in opener.
Yeah, you never will. You get your
Never.
first one at like a minute.
yeah, but that's RNG gauge bullshit, though.
It's not really RNG anymore. You pretty much get one every minute. It's very rare you don't. And you don't need 100 gauge either. You can use it at 90.
I mean,
80.
it's effectively the same as like spamming fucking 10 forbidden chakras versus like 7, dude.
This
Like,
doesn't make sense to me. Why, like, it's like just okay. So what?
like,
one
even
doesn't get the
Radiant-
strongest thing, and like the first 10
Yeah.
seconds of the fight, that's fine with me. They're
Yeah,
still
yeah.
like popping off on charts.
I mean, sure, but I don't know.
People want to
It's
just be
like,
Dark
it was
Knight,
the same
dude.
thing with Summoner. Like its opener wasn't insane, right? But as long as the Summoner didn't die, right? They were basically like what? It was like I think for 2 patches or some shit. It was basically like if you were trying to compete with a Summoner, it's just like give up, dude. Like you're not gonna win, you know?
Buff
like-
just in time for ultimate.
Every
and
single
then,
time, dude.
And it's like that wasn't their opener, right? It's other parts of the kit.
Gonna be honest, dude, I honestly forgot where we started with this.
Monkey wants to use Phantom Rush or whatever. In
Yeah,
the
he's
opener.
like, I
Monkey-
want to
No,
be
no,
animation
before that,
locked
before
in
that.
the first
Oh,
15 seconds of the fight.
Before that, like,
so
what even
how this
led to that
how this started was I said, you know what the big brain move by Square Enix is they buff Monk and then they just get rid of the fucking seal system for whatever fucking reason and nerf it.
And then I was like, yeah, they'll probably do something to it.
Yeah.
You cannot get shit.
But
Thinking too hard. It's time to
Listen,
return
don't
to
let them
Monkey.
rework Monk again. It's been every single patch.
I mean, they're probably gonna
This
fucking
is
do it.
no, just leave it as it is and fix it. Just fix it for once instead of just changing everything. Like,
Bro, like you know they're gonna
or
fucking rework
just leave it because I mean Tornado Kick Monk was fine. Like
take the rework and give it to Bard and figure out what you want to do with Bard because they have no idea what they want to do with Bard.
No,
Can we get the
dude,
same-
Bard's been the same for like.
yo,
fucking 3
can I
years.
get the same treatment for Dark Knight? Hello guys, come on.
Bro,
man.
What is
like,
that?
Dark Knight is not gonna get fixed until someone at Square Enix has made
Actually
on
plays that
game.
Depressed
job.
Living Dead, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like
Until someone at Square
literally
Enix is
plays
made to
PC.
press Living Dead in a raid setting.
You know what they should
It's like-
do? They should get 8 people from Square Enix, make them do the raid. One of them is playing Dark Knight, and Yoshi P is playing healer, but they're not allowed to play White Mage.
Yes.
And he'll be
That's
like, Nani?
this is.
This is Angelo. I have to hear this.
Yeah, but yes, but unironically though, that's what they actually should do.
The thing is, and also, you need to make whoever is designing healers like play healer for a
Take
raid
them out
tier.
back and
Yeah, no. Tell them to
Just
play.
one.
Yeah, just one
Just
raid
a
tier.
single raid tier. Like you can, as a matter of fact, you can make them skip the raid tier. Just make them do the final fight of a single raid tier after guides are out and shit, right?
Yeah.
make them do the first fight with Biss. It'll be even better.
Oh
And
my
they'll be
god.
like, wait, what the fuck? I just do nothing, right? Like,
Wait, no. You know what? Just make them do the extremes. There we go, dude. Like what?
Like
Like
normal mode raid.
yeah.
Monk has like weird design issues, but at the end of the day, it's like it's still fun, right? You know, like Summoner might be like, okay, it's kind of like brain dead, you know, but like it's still enjoyable.
Well,
But
Monk
like
is to power up for like a minute to their big fucking big move, right? Like
it's
I
like
don't know.
we meme that Reaper is like a melee machinist, but there is like some semblance of optimization here, and it's satisfying to play, right?
Yeah.
You know, but like if you tell anyone who is playing a non-healer job, hey, I need you to play healer for this X pack,
Oh fuck
you
no.
have lost a raid member instantly. Right? Like, okay, if you tell someone you need to play healer, like you don't give them the choice, you give an ultimatum, right? Like, I need you to play healer because I trust you on healer, and it's too like, let's say like Mitchie left the like my static like tomorrow, and I was to tell
Kelp, I need you to play
anyone,
healer.
right? Like, and I was to tell literally anyone in the group, I need you to play healer. They'd leave too, right? And if
There
someone
they go.
told me, like, hey, I need you to play Scholar for a tier, and I'd be like, no, the
Dear
fuck you
God.
don't. Like,
Okay, and then you compound this and be like, okay, and our tank is also Dark Knight.
I'd be like,
Dark,
fuck
I
this,
don't-
right? Like, I just play a better game, you know? Like,
Oh god.
it's like,
A game called DPS.
yeah, it's like, honestly, I don't know what is going through their heads when they're designing healers and tanks and stuff, but it's like, bro, what is this?
Did I tell you guys about? I told Cry about it. I don't think you guys are here, but I was talking to someone and I'm like, man, I find Dancer really fun, and they're like, you find pressing 1 and then 2 really fun, and I'm like, well, I played healer for 2 years and I was pressing 1 button, so I'm having twice the fun now.
Oh god.
The thing is, like, Dancer actually, you know, it's like its normal second to second gameplay is very whatever, but like overall, you know, like with the dances and tech step and like,
Get some shiny buttons to press.
you know, like your flourish and your off GCs, it's like you're still objectively pressing like
I have a 40 CP on
Or-
class, dude. Like,
yeah, it's like
pretty
you're
cool.
pressing like literally 4 to 5 times the buttons as a healer, right? Even just in like your moment to moment gameplay, it's like, what the fuck are you doing on Sage? It's like, oh, Sage Arts 1. Oh shit! Now I get to hit 1 for the next 27 seconds, right? Like poggers, dude. And then you get to press that like level 90 ability, like the big ass laser. It's like, oh fuck yeah!
Numa's
There
really
it is.
insane.
Once every 2 minutes, I get to press something other than 1 as a part of my DPS rotation.
Well, I don't think Numa's it's the same potency as their normal thing.
Yeah, but it also heals in its AoE, so it's poggers, dude.
Yeah, it is really poggers, yeah.
It's
And it
like,
gives mitigation.
if I didn't know that Kyochi wanted to play healer, I wouldn't force it on him. Let me put it that way.
I wouldn't force this on my greatest enemy.
I would, like, if you were to tell me tomorrow, like, Hat wants to come back and play the game, and I want you to figure out how to make her have the worst time possible. I'd be like, okay.
You're playing White Mage.
No, not White Mage, because White Mage is, like, straightforward, simple. It's got some optimization with
You're
its,
playing
like,
Astro, baby.
yeah, I'd be like Astro. There you go. Like, have fun. Custom
Uniquely, a
DPS.
lot of people don't like Astro, dude.
Because after you've had the good shit, you know, even just for like a patch or two, right? Like They're never gonna get the high of a 20% balance back. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, Stormblood Astro, Heavensward Astro.
The show is too broken, dude.
Stormblood
Stormblood
Astro
was a terrible
so
fucking
perfect.
expansion, dude.
Stormblood Astro was the
so
peak.
perfect.
So it's like, let's just go through the healers, and it's like, okay, White Mage, right? Honestly, it's fine now as it's
It's
ever
the
been.
same.
It's the same fucking job. Yeah, it's just got like shiny or holy now, right? Scholar
Scholar's
peaked in
got
Heaven's
it.
Word. There, it's gone. It's gone. It's dead. It's been dead for like
think-
6 years now.
I think Astro peaked in Stormblood.
Astro definitely peaked in Stormblood because it was like,
Collect like the
okay,
extension things for the buff and like all the different like that shit was cool.
yeah, they still had all the Time Mage gimmicks, and they still had like 10% balance, and the cards did different things. But it's like, you know how like we were talking, like there was like the soul meme earlier. It's like literally Astro's soulless garbage now, like. And
Yeah.
they copied Scholar, and they were like, what if everything was just PPAOE, right? Because it doesn't have a fairy, but it has to do the exact same fucking thing, right? So now Sage exists.
Cardia, baby.
Cardia. It's even got the same fucking gimmick where it can heal while it's DPSing.
Ah, how Scholar's fallen. The OG, I'ma heal this real quick. Clicks Whispering Dawn while pressing Broil. The glory days.
Anyone who says like, listen, I get it. You like Stormblood Machinists, okay? But nothing is ever gonna come
God.
to like the peak that was Heavensward Machinist. It's never coming back.
I'll
bro.
take either of them.
It's like you're never gonna get back fun heat or fun ammo. Like they're both dead. They're gone.
I just want flamethrower back, dude. Like
It's fine.
usable in single target flamethrower.
No, bro. There you go.
And overheat was so good. Ah man.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing with Bard. This job is the same as
Bard
it
is
was
a collection of random buttons. It's good, but it's a collection of random buttons.
It's like it's strong, but it's like honestly, if you were to tell me like, okay, here's Bard and Shadowbringers, here's Bard and a Realm Reborn, I'd be like, it's the same picture.
It's not even
right?
it's like kind of fun, but it's not like it's just like incoherent. I don't know. It doesn't have like a
Its design is kind of all over the place, like because they tried to force the cast times, and they were like, whoa, okay, I guess people really don't like that. But then they kind of like they like overcorrected too hard in Stormblood.
Oh, Stormblood Bard.
Because it was like a Realm Reborn Bard, but like they have a shinier pair of buttons now, kind of.
Stormblood Bard cracked.
It's really good.
Give it foes
Honest-
back, dude.
The,
I'll be
that's
happy.
gonna be like their level 100 capstone, dude. It's
Foes
just gonna be Foe
Requiem's back, baby.
That's gonna be the trait. It's gonna be like all caps. Foe Requiem is back, baby.
I would take it. I'd play it.
So
It's-
would every bard.
Dots now. Dot crit is what gives you procs again. Yo, sign me up.
I don't understand why they thought the dots needed to be 45 seconds now.
It's
like-
because it needed a 120 rotation, and clearly 30 seconds doesn't go into 120 according to Square Enix, even though it does.
it's like making it 45 seconds like mucked it up more. You know?
you just refresh it once per song now, because you want to
Yeah.
refresh it in Raging anyway, like early.
Yeah, like you wanna do a double like Raging refresh.
No, you don't do double, but even if you have like I don't know 20 seconds at the end, you'll refresh it at the end of Raging or just naturally during Raging. But you're not gonna do double. You don't do that anymore.
You don't do double
Because
anymore.
they last 45 seconds, right? Like if you do double, you're like clipping 25 seconds to die.
You used to.
Like-
Did you do 20? Did you do double in Shadowbringers? Shadowbringers.
Shadowbringers? I think he did sometime.
Only sometimes in specific
I'm
scenarios.
sure you did it during like
If you had
open-
Giga buffs, if you had like
Like-
everything.
Okay.
when like buffs overlapped, which was like rare because Lamel Bard.
It was
Lamau
like 0
Bard.
and 6 minutes. That's like your
Okay.
two options.
Okay, I guess I was doing something correct in Garuda at least.
Well, you
It's
have
just-
to Iron Jaws in the opener because you put the 2 up normally and then you snap all the buffs on them.
I just like I feel like what's gonna happen is they're just gonna make a trait that just makes Iron Jaw like apply the dots. and they're gonna like
It's try disaster now.
Let's try
yeah,
disaster.
but like it's not gonna be try disaster because they're gonna like combine.
By disaster.
It's gonna be like it's gonna be like combined into just one dot that ticks for like 90 potency a second or some shit.
Yeah, yeah.
One dot.
Yeah, it's just gonna be called like bar bite, you know? Like
Yeah, baby. When the bard bites you, you can track the big
yeah,
gay.
it's gonna be called like stingy arrow or some shit. Like
Stingy arrow.
like
Arrows sting, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. arrow hurt longer.
Hey. Arrow do damage gooder over timer.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like a 60-second maintenance buff, and then like if Bard survives that X pack, you're just gonna be like a 60-second maintenance buff doesn't really make sense. So it's literally just gonna be like a healer.
It's a 2-minute
gameplay.
buff. It's a 2-minute dot now.
No,
You
just
press it- you
they
press
get
it
rid of the
inside your
dot.
buffs and that's it.
Yeah, they're just gonna get rid of it. It's gonna
Yeah,
be like
yeah,
Hot Shot, where it's
yeah,
like,
they just get
it's
rid of it.
30 seconds. Now it's 60 seconds. Now
Oh,
it's
give
gone.
us hot shot back.
Now it's gone. Now it's
Give
gone.
us straight shot back. Yo, straight shot. Yo. I'll take
This is
straight
like
shot
the
back.
fate of every maintenance buff that they've ever added. It's like just make it longer and then get rid of it.
I think
Make
they
it
should
longer,
have.
get
They
rid of
should
it.
keep maintenance buffs on the range. Like fuck. What else do you have to do?
Press 1.
Like that's literally Bard.
Yeah,
Press 1.
Beat the fuck out of your heavy shot.
doesn't it like? I half expect them to just like make Refulgent like replace Burst Shot.
it basically does because you always use like you never hold it anymore, right? You always press it after right away.
Yeah,
There's zero
But, like-
time that you don't.
but they're just gonna make it so like they're gonna do like this action can't be assigned to a hotbar meme.
Yeah, I could see that.
Where
Where it's
like
like-
every single time like you get a fucking proc, it just changes your fucking normal shot into a
Yeah,
refulgent.
it just changes Burst Shot into Refulgent. Like
Yeah, yeah.
honestly, I'm surprised they haven't
It wouldn't.
done
It wouldn't
already.
change anything.
because like the gameplay is exactly the same. It's just like condensing a button.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we
And,
can
like,
get a different button, like foes.
I think this guy thinks he's gonna get an extra button. Fucking
This
hell,
guy-
dude.
This guy thinks he's not losing a button, dude. You're not getting an
It's
extra
like,
button.
yeah, like look at Bard now. It's like I was literally struggling to like fill up 3. You know, like you can't do it anymore.
That's why you play Dark Knight. You get an extra button every fucking expansion, Pog.
Yeah, Dark Knight's got an extra button every expansion. It's still fucking boring to play.
Well, they combined all of its buttons, Cry, like Carvin's Fit and Abyssal Drain that exists for some reason.
Yeah, but then they gave me an extra button in Salted
Salty
Earth.
Fucking... No,
and
the
then
salty
they-
thing is this, doesn't it turn into it?
Yeah, but you still have to press it to activate it, so it's essentially an extra
Ooh.
button press.
Ooh.
I feel like if you had like Heaven
And then you get
Dark,
Shadowbringers and Ablation, dude.
I feel like if you had
Damn.
Heaven or Dark, but you just made it have like Blood Spiller and
Yeah,
like
yeah, this.
and like TBN, it's like there you go. Like that's
Boom.
the perfect Dark Knight.
That is the perfect
The
Dark Knight.
darkest night.
The darkest
Yeah.
night. The
Yeah,
blackest night.
That's the best Dark Knight needs to be called the darkest night, dude.
The Blackest Night.
And like the like intermediate Dark Knight is the darker night, you know.
The darker night.
They just need to add specs, dude.
This guy's name is Usagi Bunny. His search info is "Let's hop to it," surrounded by 2 hearts.
Uh-huh.
Wait, so
How
his name-
perfect is this?
He's named Bunny Bunny.
And guess what?
Nope.
He's a dancer, Bunny Girl.
Usagi Bunny. Yeah, their name is literally Bunny Bunny.
Bunny Bunny.
Do you
Bunny in
think he has a
Japanese, Bunny in
macro?
English.
Do you think he has a macro where whenever he presses on Avant it says hop hop?
You're giving me ideas.
You're giving me ideas.
Do you think they're gonna remove continuation from Gunbreaker? I feel like they're gonna remove continuation from Gunbreaker, dude.
The next
This is going the
evolution.
way of dark arts, bro.
The
Like,
next
You
evolution,
press
dude.
this between your GCDs? Not anymore. Now you press this other button between your GCDs.
yeah, because, like because the Dark Knight, everyone was like, "Oh man, it's fucking dark arts spam between every GCD," because like they changed dark arts, so it was like basically everything could be fucking buffed by it, and it was always buffed by the exact same amount. And it's like
The fuck's the
What's the
well,
point?
You still use it on the bigger things because they can crit bigger, but
They should have at least made certain things better to use than others
Dark Arts was
in
good.
certain
they
situations.
were already better.
I
Bloodspiller
like
was the
Dark
best.
Arts. Bro, you cannot like Heavensward Dark Knight and then in the same breath say you don't like Dark Arts, right? Like,
No, it's just like
I
I don't
would-
know why they think
I'm
edge
f-
spam is like much better than Dark Arts spam. Like,
It's the same, basically.
it's the same picture. Yeah.
No, because Dark Arts was fine. It was just like there was just a not really like like
I mean, you
it was
say
the
that,
same
but,
for
like,
everything. Like at least like there should at least been a priority for like okay, you Dark Arts Bloodspiller like all the time or some shit like that, and
I
then
mean,
like
you say
What's the
that, but like,
priority?
there's
And
no
try to-
priority even now, so you might as well just left it the same fucking way, right?
yeah. I mean that's what I mean. It's like it's the same shit, right? So like why the fuck
Yeah.
do they change it in the first place? But like
Oh my god.
like all I wanted them to change was like, can I not just press it mindlessly? Give me some thought to pressing
It's
Dark
like,
Arts.
Why the fuck did we have like Dark Arts Siphon Strike? You know, like,
Yeah,
that should
yeah.
just not exist, right?
Like I like the fact that I had to Dark Arts my Carven Spit. Honestly, like
yeah, like a DA
I thought that
card
was cool.
It was like oh, there it
like
is.
yeah, it's a force.
Wow.
It's a
Shoot,
force
shoot,
double
shoot.
weave, but it's like I kind of am okay with that like jank because it's just like
it's just fucking cool, right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, Dark Arts actually look cool. Like pressing
use
edge
my
doesn't look
super
cool.
But then it's like Dark Arts plunge, right? And it's like, okay, but why, sir? Right? Because it's the same fucking
what the
potency.
plunge even do? What did the
right,
plunge
right?
do?
Like this is like the problem with Dark Arts in Stormblood, right? It was like, okay, but why? Like Dark Arts
They
Carbon
put
Spit,
that
that's
shit on
fine.
everything.
Yeah, yeah, right.
I
But
mean-
then Dark Arts plunge, and it's like, okay, but like, what?
Yeah, sure, it exists, but you wouldn't do it though. Just 'cause
No, you
something
wouldn't do
exists.
it, but you
Actually,
can.
you
You
couldn't- you
can
couldn't use
actually
Dark
do
Arts
it,
before plunging.
right? Like yeah. So it like it limited for no reason because it's like it's the same fucking potency, though, sir. Right? Like, but why, sir? Like,
the
you know.
thing is, because what was it? Dark Arts added, I think, 140 potency, no matter what the attack.
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
You could plunge, my friend.
Yeah,
Right. So it's like functionally equivalent.
Wasn't it less than
but
plunge?
it was
No,
a.
it's the same on- they
no,
changed
it was
so
literally
it's
the same on everything except for actually Carbon Spit. Carbon Spit, it was 240.
Yeah, because like Carbon Spit, they made it so like it's like base effect was like MP restoration or some bullshit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But then Dark Arts Carbon Spit was literally just.
It was just like giga buff
fucking.
fucking
Big
yeah. It
damage.
hits big damn like yeah, and I was like I'm fine with that.
MP restoration.
Yeah,
or whatever.
and I'm like I'm fine with that. Like that's fine.
Yeah.
Wait,
Like sure.
you say there's no priority, right? But you still priority put it on Bloodspiller and your combo finisher.
You
Well,
do.
I remember someone did the math on this back in Stormblood because like I thought the same thing.
No,
Because it's
no,
like
there
spit.
was no.
But the thing is, like, you can't choose what crits, right?
Yeah.
Like, and you don't know.
See, the thing is, if you Dark Arts the Blood Spiller and it crits, okay, you came out ahead. But if you Dark Arts the Blood Spiller and it doesn't crit, right? But then you're like
then,
Soul
your
Eater.
Siphon Strike.
Yeah, your Siphon
But,
Strike or
if
your Soul Eater
Siphon
crits.
Strike crit, but like you, but so like let's say you do like.
It gives you the best
Right.
chance though, still for the highest damage.
But the thing is, like, even then, it was like a wash. Like,
Yeah.
someone actually did the math on this, and it was just like, it's totally meaningless. Just hit blood. You just hit it whenever.
Yeah,
Right?
it's
Like-
still a wash. That's the problem. Like,
Yeah, it's like you can't choose when you're gonna crit. You don't know. Like maybe you come out like 0.1% ahead, right? On the one time you do get lucky, but like even then it's meaningless, right? Like,
yeah.
It's just like
Yeah, you can't just
function-
rely on crit over like a 12-minute fight and just expect like
like
No,
your
you're
Dark
not
Arts to
relying
suffer.
on it. You just like, setting
functionally
yourself
it's
up for
the same
best.
thing as like it just like
I mean,
functionally it could have done a 140 potency attack instantly when you hit Dark Guards and it would have been the same thing.
Yeah,
Right? Like
basically, yeah.
because like if that crit like cool, there you go, like there you go, that portion of the damage crit, you come out the same way.
Yeah.
It's
Now-
just like
It'll be slightly worse, right?
it's like yes, yeah, again,
Very, very slight. Like I don't
It's
mean
like
like
Literally
wouldn't matter,
meaningless
like,
to
we're
the yeah.
splitting hairs. It's like saying what's the difference between a million and a million and one. It's like fucking
Yeah.
meaningless, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
when we're talking about numbers
If
like this,
if it actually mattered, it would have actually been interesting. But it didn't. That's the problem.
it did
I mean,
actually
it's
matter in
really-
Heavensward. Dark Arts Carbon Spit, Dark Arts Abyssal Drain, Dark Arts Dark Passenger, Dark Arts Power Slash, Dark
Yeah.
Arts Soul Eater. They all did different shit, right?
Cause I actually had the same thing where it's like, okay, I should like prioritize blood spill and stuff just in case, but like it didn't. It just didn't
It
matter.
is
like,
true, but the difference
intuitively-
is so small.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
the difference it was so small that was
intuitively,
not
it
worth
makes
it.
sense.
Yeah.
It's like you want to buff the bigger thing, but like in practice, it didn't matter.
It didn't
Like,
matter. Yeah, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
because it's
and
the
that
same
was the
140
You can
problem.
pray for high
potency.
roll, but like if you don't high roll, like
Yeah.
sure,
It's not a high roll though. Like
crit
It's
is
like
a high
if you-
roll. What are you
Like,
talking
Wait,
okay,
about?
what?
Reyes, if you have a thing, a button, an OGCD that says your next weapon skill does 10% increased damage, and you have two
but it's
weapon
not
skills.
10%.
I don't know, but just for an example, and you have two weapon skills, right? One does 100 potency, and one does 200.
No, your example is more like.
Oh,
Here's
well,
the thing.
say I would have to add a flat amount, I guess. Say it adds
Yeah,
100.
it's a
yeah.
flat like.
It's a
Like,
flat
it has
amount.
to
Still
be
wanna
So
use it on the
that's the
big
thing.
one.
no, like here's the thing. If you consistently, because it's a 50, like just say your crit has like 50% chance, right? What if you're just critting the lower thing and not the bigger thing? Then you're
Yep.
net lower.
Well,
This
So,
is
like,
what, like,
doesn't
yeah,
matter,
This
the
is the
average
problem with the
damage
math.
is
That's how the math
This is-
worked
Yeah.
out, right? Like, if
Because
you
it's
crit the
like
lower
in-
thing, you lost.
Or like a lot of fucking simulations. It's
You don't
like
get to pick though, right? So you
yeah, that's the point.
That's the point, and that's why it doesn't fucking matter if you go for the
Yeah,
higher thing or the
that's
lower
literally
thing.
why it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
Like
like, this
you
is
can
the
always
thing.
go
This
for
is
the higher
why-
thing, but because it normalizes, it doesn't matter is the point.
Yeah.
But
That's
even
why
then,
if you
it's
dark
like
arch the Soul
thing-
Eater, you dark arch the Blood Spiller, you dark arch, like it doesn't matter. Like one of them fucking crits, same shit, dude. Like
Yeah,
It's like
like
the way you can imagine this and why it doesn't make a difference is because, like, imagine every time, again, it's just doing a simultaneous attack that's 140 potency on top of whatever you did. But if it crits, it also crits at the same time, right? So, like, this, like the 140 potency thing, critting on Blood Spiller or critting on Siphon Strike, like, it doesn't matter. It's the same 140 potency crit, right? It's just that you crit the Blood Spiller, you crit the bigger number, right? Like, it's like, this is what, because like intuitively what you're saying makes sense, but like in practice, not only does the math not work out that way, but like
yeah, the
it-
140 crit is always gonna be a 140
it's
crit.
always going to be the 140 crit, right? Like, so
No, but it made the other thing, like the other number, bigger. Like
Yeah,
if you have crit, right? Like say you have 20% crit or whatever, and let's say
Sure.
that equates to like 20, like estimated like 20% increased damage versus having 0 crit. If you take that 20% increased damage and apply it to 300 or 400, right? 20% increase, the 400 gives you more.
yes, but again, you don't get to choose
No,
Yeah.
but if you get like, whatever.
Like over time, the 140 crit is still gonna be 140 crit.
Well,
That's the
it's
Yes,
like,
point.
here's
but
the thing,
it's still
right?
better to put
So,
on the
like,
big,
it,
just very slightly so.
no, because
No,
the
it
thing
won't
is,
be better.
like, but let's take the example of, like, let's imagine you have like a hypothetical job that just spams 3 buttons and you can use this off GCD on any of them. One is 100, one is 200, and another is 300. And the off GCD does like, it literally does like 5k potency, right? And like the off GCD will only crit if the weapon skill crits, right? So like it doesn't matter where that 5k goes. What matters is, like, that it crits or not.
Yeah, that it crits or not, but you don't control that, and it's normalized over the duration. So you're gonna have the same amount of dark arts crits no matter where you put it.
Like
It's
experiment
you-
that-
you're thinking of it like you're combining the potencies together, and it's like multiplying that. It is
The
not
thing
working
is-
like that, Evie.
It's not
like,
that.
It's a
though.
separate
It's
fucking
additive.
yeah, it's additive. Like it's not like
it's also like
a
also
true
like-
600
so-
potency crit when you dark arts it.
Yeah,
It's like
so-
it's a 140
like you do-
crit plus a fucking like
You do 10
560
dark
pit or
You
something
do
like
10
that.
dark arts and you have a 30% crit chance. 3 of them are gonna crit. Like where they crit doesn't matter. Like that's the thing at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's still just gonna be 140 potency.
You can think it.
because, like, here's the thing, when you say like you come out very slightly ahead or whatever, it's like you're not coming out ahead because
of the
it's a
dark
art
arts.
blood spiller.
Yeah, you're coming out because
you
the
critted on
other
the bigger
potency is
thing.
higher. Yeah.
It's like,
Like-
you didn't come out because it's like you see the exclamation point, right? And it's like, oh, I crit the 300 and the 5k, right?
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
the bigger number because you because the
You crit
300
the
crit.
5K. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Not the
you're gonna
500.
crit the 5K either way, but like it's the bigger number because you're critting the 300, right? But if you crit the 100, it's still gonna crit the 5K, right?
Aye,
So
but 5300 critting is more than 5100 critting.
let's
Well,
move on from
Evie,
this.
think
But like,
about it as
Like
this, right?
crit isn't binary. It's not crit or doesn't crit. It's like it's a it's like a damage modifier, right? Basically, but you don't
it's
get
a
to pick one
damage
of the twice.
modifier over time, but
Yeah.
on each individual hit, it is
Yeah, yeah,
binary.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but
Like,
if both are gonna crit, you use it on the big thing is better.
no, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
it does
Like,
matter. It adds potency to like.
okay, here's the thing. It does matter if you can choose what you would crit.
But you don't get to choose. But it's still better to go for the best case.
No, when you don't choose what, like, your dark arts crits are gonna be normalized is the thing. Like, I get what you're trying to say, but dark arts has nothing to do with it. Like, you're just literally looking at the crit of the bigger GCD and nothing else. And like, sure, it makes sense, but like, dark arts not existing still does, like, it being there or it not being there doesn't matter at that point. Like, you're
Here's like
literally
I I think here's like a better way to visualize it, right? So let's say if like you're playing samurai and you're doing your 1 2 3, right? And if the GCD crits, the Shinten that you do afterwards will also crit, right?
The dark arts isn't 2 hits, right? It's just 1 hit.
Yeah, but it technically is two
because it's
because
an OGCD and then a
yeah,
GCD.
it's an
Like-
OGCD that does 140 this like let me just finish the example to like illustrate the point, right? So let's say you're doing 1 2 3 on samurai, and if you crit the weapon skill and you do it and you're doing a Shinten after every GCD, let's just say it's some magical world where every GCD lets you do a Shinten afterwards, right? So like if you do a 1 and then you do a Shinten and like the 1 doesn't crit, like sure, right? Then, but let's say you do a 3 and that crits. So you do the Shinten afterwards, that also crits. Like like the fact that it like like the crit doesn't matter for the Shinten, right?
I agree with that case, but I disagree with the dark dark arts.
Well, it's the same thing.
It's
Well,
not.
it's more like I get what he's trying to say is like, okay, if you go for the high roll, if you
Like
want the
it's
max
better to go
damage,
for the
right?
high roll than the
Yeah,
low roll, right?
yeah. If you want the max damage, you'd always dark arts the highest roll possible. But like even in that case, your dark arts not existing or existing doesn't matter. You're literally just going for a high roll crit at that point. Like dark arts is just like because you're praying for a crit on a high thing, you're also just throwing it there. But like it wouldn't matter where you put dark arts in that scenario is the thing.
What matters is that the Dark Arts goes on a GCD that
Yeah,
crits, not
yeah,
which
like
GCD crits.
not with GCD, like, but for highest like total damage, like of course you'd want to go on like the highest potency move
Yeah,
because like
that's all I meant. Yeah.
yeah.
I
But
know you
yeah,
don't get to pick when you crit. I'm just like,
yeah. But because people like ran tests with like simulations or some bullshit, they're like it literally just like you could do that, but like over time it literally doesn't matter. So
Like
just
the reason
fucking
I'm
put it
using the
anywhere.
Siphon Strike Dark Arts example is because that was the example used in this like fucking Reddit post where he was
Yeah,
like comparing if it's like okay, so if you get no crits on either, like it's a DA Siphon Strike or
yeah,
it's a
if you
DA
get no crits,
killer,
it doesn't matter.
then it doesn't matter. If you get a crit on the DA Siphon Strike, or rather, if you got a crit on the Siphon Strike, but you didn't get a crit on the Blood Spiller, you'd want to put it on the Siphon Strike, even though it's the lower number. Like, obviously, you don't get to choose, right?
Yeah.
But that's why it's a wash, right? Because you don't know you're gonna crit until it happens.
But if you
So
could put it on the blood spill and it crits, you would.
if you
So
can't,
so it's literally
if you
like you're
have
trying to roll a 6 fucking like 10,000 times in a row over the course of a fight, and you're
It's
Yeah,
expecting
yeah.
every single one of them to
yes,
hit
obviously
6.
you want to
It is
you want to DA every blood spiller because you don't have like infinite mana anyways, right? And it's like you can pick and choose where you're gonna put them because like you're not gonna run out of mana. You don't have mana issues on Dark Knight because Like it doesn't drain, you know?
Yeah.
Like, well, anymore. Right? So it's like, so you can
Anymore.
just put it, like you can just put, like you just put it when you're gonna overcap or when you're about to blood spiller. So like ultimately, it's like meaningless both ways. Like it's meaningless where you put the dark arts, but it's also like you can just put the dark arts on every single blood spiller anyways, so it double doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
It's
most of the
just like,
time in your blood spiller spam, anyways, you're gonna have too much mana anyways. Because what are the places you're gonna have fucking blood spiller? Okay, here are the places. It's during your
Well, yeah,
blood
you're
weapon
dumping
window.
down raid buffs.
Yeah, during your blood weapon window, where you're fucking regenning fucking mana ridiculously because it's each fucking auto attack and weapon skill, right? And it's in your delirium window, which is same shit. It's delirium fucking just extended blood weapon, right? Like that's all it was. Like that's the only time where you're just getting a fuck ton of fucking blood. Where the fuck are you gonna use it? Probably on a blood spiller.
Yeah.
The only thing that like actually mattered though is making sure that you banked enough mana though was having it on having mana for carbon spit, right? Because that was like I don't even think it was 240 points. I think it was actually 300 points the increase.
Tripled the potency,
Yeah, it was like no, it went from like 300 to 900
it was like
actually.
150 or 600, I thought.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was
I remember
insane.
It was really flaccid.
Yeah, it
was originally 150, and with dark arts it got buffed to 450. But that
yeah.
was like,
So it was like a 3 times multiple. Yeah, so
you
like
literally did 3 times the damage. With
yeah,
dark arts.
and that was interesting to me because it was like okay, I have to make sure I have enough fucking mana to do
It
dark arts
basically
this.
was like if you weren't spamming Abyssal Drain on a big mob pull, like you always DA. I think it was like it broke even at like 6 targets because the potency on Abyssal Drain was kind of nutty.
Yeah.
Remember when they added a second move to Dark Knight's AoE combo when one already existed and then relegated said move to an off GCD for fucking press?
I miss
then
being literally
they made
invulnerable
this
in packs,
GCD,
dude.
And then they made this GCD share a cooldown with a GCD that you're like, you can just take it off your fucking hotbar. Abyssal Drain is a dead button. If this button is not deleted next X pack, I will I will suck my own dick. Like,
Yeah, I mean, Drain is just fucking weird,
Drain's
man. Like,
gone. I mean, there's a lot of skills there. Gone. Abyssal Drain gone. Shield, whatever, is gone.
no, it's like I don't know why because in the Meteor they didn't share cooldown. It's
Dude,
like
it's literally
it's
like,
such a-
oh fuck, dude, we just realized we added 2 extra buttons to Dark Knight. We gotta fucking call one out.
Yeah,
How do we
yeah.
do it? And so it was like Band-Aid fix.
it's just like
why
what?
the fuck does Stalwart Soul exist? Like,
I don't know.
What's Stalwart Soul?
that's
It's the second part of the
AoE
combo.
It's like,
Yeah.
bro, you had Abyssal Drain, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
make it
Abyssal Drain's
unleash
way
Abyssal
better.
Drain.
It's this range too, and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can literally make it like unleash. Just
Dark
like-
Arts Abyssal Drain was the shit.
Darker.
just
Yeah.
like
Just
drain the
invincible.
fuck out of everything's HP. It's like, bro, I can. I'm gonna
I
heal
can
this
do
living
this
dead
all
myself.
day, baby.
The best part was Quiet as healing fucking 200 mana per fucking target.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the thing is, you didn't even need to Living Dead because you never got that. Fucking
Yeah,
low, dude.
you never got low because you're just like healer mod check. I don't need a fucking healer, dude. Like I literally
Yeah,
could
yeah,
just
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
full fucking
It
sustain
got-
myself.
It got
but-
even better when you did no tank stance as well. It was just
Yeah.
like you just kill everything.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy.
Yeah, Dark was pretty fun. But
Um,
now they made they're
like,
oh yeah, that's
people-
too OP.
I didn't have a problem with
OP.
spamming fucking dark art. I thought I liked the the fact that like it was a lot of buttons to press, like high APM. I just wanted
mean-
more choices. I just wanted more choices. Like
Yeah,
I
it
wanted
wasn't
more
even
choices.
High
Pretty
APM though, like you double weave now more than like you ever did. Like the points where
I
you
think it's
double weave
spikier now.
before was like, yeah, sure, but like before you only double weave for like what CNS
Yeah,
and
CNS.
like
Well, I think-
blood weapon maybe sure, but
I think you
Dark
press more
Knight is
Dark Arts than you
literally-
do.
No,
Edge.
it's just
Way
because
more.
you pressed more dark arts and more than your
I
OGCPs.
remember like an old UCA blog. This guy had more Dark Arts than he did his first combo move.
Oh, I think I have that pinned. So we're in classics.
Yeah.
Dark has actually had like pretty consistent APM because Like when
They
they
replaced
delete
one
a
spam
button,
with another.
yeah, it's like we replaced because like you couldn't dark art spam in Heaven's Word. So instead, what you had was fucking low blow. Yeah, like it's the same picture, right? And then they traded parry reset low blow for like just
Dark art spam.
dark art spam. Yeah, and now we traded fucking dark arts for edging.
Head spam, yeah.
Please,
Yeah, I don't
boss, just
think.
let me come. No.
Yeah, it's not like I
More.
actually wanted to see the APM difference across the
All the
across
jobs?
the no Dark Knight across the expansions.
I actually don't care about its APM. I just want to press like different buttons more often as opposed to like, dude, just fucking delete like every raid buff. Like, it's like, it's
This is what a
insane.
samurai player would say, dude.
The
No, it's
samurai
like,
loves raid buffs, right?
yeah, like it's literally like,
They don't
just
want to use one though.
no. What are you talking about?
It's the best class at using them in the game.
Yeah, it's like
No,
literally
yeah,
the
yeah.
main
I mean,
DPS
like
class.
he doesn't like using them himself. He just wants. Them.
He can't. He's a samurai.
That's literally what I said. That's why a samurai would say that. Yeah.
No, it's like because I think it leads to
It
literally
warps the
like
game.
yeah, it's literally like every job has to be balanced around the fact that they want to shove like 90
Everything.
fucking off GCDs into a 15-second window.
I mean, you
And
can
it's
look
like
at this expansion Bard. They basically homogenized Bard to basically be Dancer with different buttons.
it's like it's dumb.
I do
Like,
think that raid buffs do limit their like
Yeah, I mean,
their,
they need more different timings. Make a 40-second cooldown raid
like
buff.
I
there you go.
definitely think it limits their like design space a
they
bit.
There's
need to
no
make
shot
shit
they're
where
gonna
it's
make
like
different
Make a
raid
50,
buffs.
make a 43-second raid buff.
like Roz, what they're going to do and what they should do. Like this is different fucking universes, right? Like they're not gonna change the game so that
Like
raid buffs are
what
deleted.
would the I think wouldn't the game
Yeah,
be
they
better if
literally
they
made
like
they
got rid
literally
of all
made all
buffs?
raid buffs 1 or 2 minutes, dude. There's no fucking shot. They're like, oh yeah, now we're introducing a 43-second raid buff. Like, no, they're not gonna do
Just
that.
to fuck with them. It's like you must press this every 43 seconds or you die.
Well,
And it's also a raid buff.
I don't know. I just feel like it does definitely limit their design space a bit because it's like,
They should
would it
either
really be
Limited their
different?
design space forever. They've been
But-
They
removing
should
things. that
either
limit.
fucking make the buff timers like the buff has to be so good that if it's like you don't press it like basically when it comes off cooldown you're a fucking retard, but they also have to make it so like every job has one of these, which sounds way harder than just like okay, every job has Reaper's like fucking maintenance buff or debuff, something to that effect. It's like congratulations, your arcane circle is now just a buff that you press every 2 minutes.
Isn't the
Right?
first part what they already have?
Yeah, the maintenance debuff or whatever.
I
Yeah,
mean, like every class has like a good raid buff they want to use on cooldown or whatever. Like pretty
Blade
like
finale.
most of them, right? Like Bard's really good. Bard, Dancer, Red Mage, you know,
I mean,
healers.
Yeah, but
here's the
the
thing.
issue is that they line up, right? And
Oh,
it's
you
like,
want them to be different cooldowns?
Yeah.
I
Like
want
2 minutes.
yeah, what I'm
3
saying
minutes,
is like
one
one
and
is
a
like
half.
30, one is like fucking 45, one is
And there's
you
still
know
multiples, though, right?
160, one is like I don't know, literally like a 70. Paladin's new hallowed ground makes the entire party do 50% more damage in an AoE around them.
No,
or
no,
something
it's
like
Dark
that.
Knight Walking Dead, dude.
Yeah, Walking Dead.
Walking Dead
kills
just
the
fucking.
party if they don't do enough damage.
Yeah,
If they
yeah.
don't do enough damage. Oh, that'd be
Dead,
funny as fuck.
Yo.
Walking Dead gives like walking
Woken
status to
Dead,
like
dude.
everyone around them, and unless you do a certain amount of damage, you just die.
You just fucking die. Your whole fucking
Yeah.
party just dies.
Dancer
It's
can
like-
no longer party with Dark Knights.
It's like a raid buff, but it's also like if you don't do this, you'll shit. You're all
You're all
dead.
fucking dead. Press your fucking buttons,
Yeah,
dude.
press your fucking button.
That'd be
That's the
funny as
Reaper
fuck.
one, Circle of Sacrifice or whatever.
Are you gonna say
Oh.
Warrior needs his pacifism back, dude?
I mean, here's what I think should happen, right? Fucking make sure there's like tops 3 raid buffs across all jobs, but
All
you know,
job. I mean,
yeah, like everything.
you want all
Like
jobs just to be A DPS jobs? Then you just take
Yeah,
I
the
yeah.
true
think
as A DPS or
what they
whatever.
should do instead of this is if they're going like if the idea is we want to give them more design space and make it so you don't have to shove everything inside like a 10 or
RNG
20
raid
second
buff
window.
timer.
No.
When you
Like
press
what
it,
you
it
do is
decides the cooldown.
you make it because like right now the issue is like all of the raid buffs are like unique different things, right? What if it's like okay,
You don't want them to stack.
Radiant Finale is the same 3% that Reaper gives. So it's like you want to
Mm.
stagger them more than you want to stack them because like they would just overwrite each other. It's like it's the exact
I
same
think you would
3%
just bring
thing.
machinists then.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, obviously your example is like simplified, but
yeah.
It's like at this point it's like the idea is they everyone does the I mean like at that point like what's the difference between jobs just having their
Well,
own maintenance buffs or whatever and doing all similar RDPS because like I don't know. I just feel like it's very like from my perspective, it's like fucking obnoxious. Like I don't like the fact that trick and like standard step and shit like that are like or I'm sorry, tech step are like so centralizing. Like everyone's like you have to land these things inside these buffs or it's just like rip.
yeah. That's why I'm like, just remove them. Tell them,
well, you can.
just remove most of them and like keep trick and like one other thing, right?
Well,
But the
like
thing
don't
is,
remove them. Just make them like
personal, sure,
yeah, it's like you know how the
dragoon
like
shit, whatever.
or like what's it called? I don't know what the Reaper shit is called. Like that thing,
Arcane
right?
Circle?
Mark
Just
of
make
death.
yeah, Mark of Death. Just make like trick attack like Mark of Death for ninjas or some shit.
Yeah. What I'm saying is like make one like that for most classes. Like let's just say there's still like one or two raid buffs, but like those classes are obviously gonna be worse than the others. So that yeah, well,
Worse.
it shouldn't be worse technically. Sure,
They
it'll
should
be
be
about
better,
the
right?
same, about the same, and if you play well, slightly better, right? So like organized groups would might want to take them, but like normal groups can run whatever. Like
I
that's
don't know.
optimal, isn't it?
I think we're thinking too much about balance, you know? Like, I don't think they should think about balance when they design the class at all.
Th- this game literally sucks dick for balance. So like their whole
This
thing
game's
is
amazing for balance.
Yeah, I
When
don't
he's
JPPF.
like
JPPF should clear everything. So like you can't not think of balance as a
This is
problem.
the most balanced game I've ever played.
this is
Ever.
the most balanced MMO I've ever played
Yeah.
personally.
I
Yeah,
mean, the reason is they intentionally design things so that like
it's
every
like
class
well, it's
is
like they designed the same. Well, they have like a template, right? It's
yeah.
literally like this is melee DPS, this is caster,
Yeah, like
this is
we've
range.
been homogenizing over time, but
Yeah, I mean that's kind of
The
why if you
reason we
make
have to homogenize like fucking Astro and all the healers and stuff is because of like their raid buffs and like this is
yeah,
dumb.
if you make everything ADPS though, like there can be less homogenization. So
I
or there
mean,
Then
can
you
be
can
more
have like
potentially.
crazy shit, and as long as it does the same damage at the end of the
yeah,
fight, it's fine.
Yeah,
you
that's true.
literally bring that.
you
Yeah,
can do
Yeah.
crazy stuff with raid buffs, though.
I mean that
I
would
feel
like
like
stacking
even
raid buffs would make the balance thing so much harder for no reason.
it's
Yeah.
like
Not necessarily stacking, but like more single target ones like Astra used to have and stuff. Where you have to
I mean,
decide like I'll use it on this person, like if I get this one, or like say I get something else.
sure, like that is okay, but like the thing is, limiting raid buffs is kind of important if you want like class balance and like
if you wanted
diversity
a
and shit.
truly balanced
Yeah,
game, like Radiant Finale, Standard Step, like this shit, it just wouldn't exist.
yeah, they shouldn't be
Yeah.
there. Like it should
Because
literally not be
because
there.
buffs will always like it's just
They
how it
stack
is. Yeah,
The
like
range are the worst classes though. Like
well, there's
wouldn't
no
have to
reason
be
for
the
that. They
worst
wouldn't
class.
have to be.
yeah, like
Like if they
no,
didn't have buffs, then you
like
can
even
balance them
then,
off
even
around full
without
uptime,
buffs,
right?
even without buffs, unless you like rebalance raids to do something more than like literally having free movement and like no casting. Like, there's a reason why Reigns is weak. It's not because like buffs or some shit. It's because they literally there's no opportunity cost. You're full uptime, full movement. Like hello, like what?
Like the reason fucking Dancer's DPS is always gonna be like hot shit is
No,
because
I think it should be right, but
like 7 to 10% of its damage just comes from like buffing literally one dude in your party.
yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but then when you stack like the tech step
Tech
on
step and
top,
shit. Yeah, that's the problem, right?
Well, yeah,
that's
it
where
stacks 3 buffs by itself.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's
Tech
the
stack
issue
plus
where
And
it's
then
like,
and then
okay, now you're buffing the entire party, and we have to take this into account. And it's like they don't want it to be too good, right? So like they're always gonna err on the side of caution when it comes to like these raid buffs and stuff. Like Reaper was literally a mistake. I can guarantee you that they did not intend for it to be doing the highest RDPS
yeah,
because
I
like
mean they didn't think about the 2 minute burst for Reaper clearly.
yeah, like they don't think about this stuff. So it's like if you're already so oh, it's like if you're already so like in this headspace, right? Like just delete them. It'll be easier for you and it'll be more fun for everyone else.
But like
Yeah,
they
Well,
kind
it'll
of
be more
designed
fun for
themselves in
everyone
like this whole like
else.
Yeah, they
everybody
designed
bursts in
themselves.
60 in 2 minutes and stuff
yeah, they
meme,
keep
right?
digging themselves into
We
this
had
fucking
classes
Wait,
that did
and
it.
then and
We
that's why
had
I'm like
Guard
thinking
buff
like
before.
is that good? Because like wouldn't you have more diverse and interesting classes if
No,
like
it's not
everybody just
good.
did their own
Uh,
fucking thing and then it was just similar stuff numbers?
It's
I
not
mean,
good, Cry. We
here,
already established that, I think.
here's the thing. In a way, that like Reaper, in a way, is kind of good in the fact that like
I think
even
Reaper's
if you
great.
don't stack buffs, like Reaper is so. I don't know. I think Reaper's actually gonna get nerfed the more I think about it, but sure.
It probably
I
will.
think it's gonna get like maybe a 10 or 20 potency knock on a couple
Yeah, yeah.
skills.
On
But
a
I
few
don't think it's
things,
gonna
there's
be big.
1%
yeah.
off Arcane Circle, baby, boom.
Yeah, no, not that. Like they're just gonna remove some potencies, like and its DPS is gonna go down by like 2 or 3% tops.
They're
But
just
like,
gonna like buff it so it's not the highest RDPS.
yeah,
It's just because like whenever like you put a raid buff on a class, right? It's gonna be like it's always like this fucking like wall. It's like
It
whoa,
instantly warps the
dude.
design.
Yeah,
It's
like it's
even
like
when
whoa,
it's
dude. Like we can't make this fucking class better not do a lot of fucking damage or else we're
it's
fucked,
like,
right?
you
Like
look at Reaper, and it's like if Reaper didn't have like the what you call it, like the 3% on, like it can still have the other component of that arcane circle or whatever, like
yeah,
buffs, because it's like that's fine. It's technically all your potency still,
yeah.
right?
yeah.
And it's like unless you're playing with literally like 7
Eight
people who
people.
are just like take your hands off the keyboard when you see this hero,
Yeah, plentiful.
right? Like,
Oh my
unless that
God.
happens, and even then, it's like you're still gonna at least get to press 1,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
You know, like it's still gonna be
But then like
more
if you
fun.
have something like trick attack, right? It's automatically like this fucking
It
fucking
just
wall.
warps.
Yeah, it's
the
like a
design of the
wall for the
class.
class to the point where it's like, okay, dude, we gotta make sure like
This
ninja's
class
personal
is trick
damage.
attack.
Like yeah, literally,
Yeah.
Ninjas,
right? And I feel like
it's
that's
literally
really
to the
bad
point
for their
where
creative.
like everything in Ninja, everything in your 1 minute verse fits inside trick attack, and then outside of that, you just do like fucking nothing,
I
right?
think there could be a couple classes like that though, but not all of them. Because I think having one or two that
The
just
thing
hyper
is,
focus on something could be good.
just having those would naturally
Yeah, like
force
just
the other
work. It's the
classes
same
to,
shit
like,
with Dragoon with piercing, right?
Like
Like
it'd be one thing if Ninja was like this hyper frenetic, like every 15 seconds, every every 15 seconds out of a minute, you just go like fucking nuts, right? If like Trick Attack was just buffing the ninja's damage, that'd be fine,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
The issue is that Trick Attack doesn't just buff the ninja's damage; it buffs everyone's damage. So everyone has to play like the ninja now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like people without
And
a
Raze was
ninja.
complaining about this already.
Yeah. I was literally complaining about this because I didn't want to play around a ninja.
I
Like,
think what they can do for that. I mean, okay, this is Stormblood Machinist, but you know how it overheated and then was flaccid after?
sure.
They can make a class like that, and then have other classes with like weird raid buffs, like 50 second, you know, like 2 minute,
It's
50
just
second, 1.5, and
just
then you
like
try and like
The problem is
I
like they
think the
did that
problem
they
is
had that before though, like with
yeah, the
fucking
problem
like
is there's
Stormblood
just
buffs.
way too many raid buffs is a fucking problem, right? Like
The thing is,
if
you're
there's
always
one or
gonna want to
two,
have like
it's
the
not gonna have
fattest
a
fucking
problem.
opener.
It's like
And
you
then
know White Mage's like thing that like where they speed up their casts, right?
Yeah.
presence.
And you know how like it just did not fucking align, but like
It
you always
aligned, you held it.
yeah, but you held it. You
Enhancements,
purposely
yeah.
held it. Like you why? Because
You
like
literally
raid buffs exist.
wasted uses just because
No, you wouldn't lose
Because it
it.
was
people.
yeah,
It
you
would need
wouldn't
to be
lose.
a very long fight to lose uses.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
that 1 minute 50-second cooldown or something.
Yeah.
No, it was 200 or it was 150.
It was long.
I
It
think
was
it was 2.5
basically 3
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah.
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 Right? It's
You
like
used it like a 3 minute.
it's like you hold. Why do you hold that? Like because raid buffs
Because
exist, right?
there's raid buff stacking.
And
the
right.
problem is raid buff stacking though.
Right,
Right,
yeah.
Like you're not gonna lose a use though, so you might as well. Even if you didn't,
This
you'd
is-
hold it for potion or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. But our point is we don't want people to do that.
But the
Well,
point is that it
stress
warps
everything and hold it.
everyone's gameplay around it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, to
And
make it
and so
so
like
that,
what's more interesting? Okay, you always hold this, right? Or you design White Mage so that maybe it has like its own personal buff every like 30 fucking seconds,
Oh, I
and
think
like
it's the same.
you can use the
So,
same
like,
you
the
do
thing
that,
is,
right? Or some shit like
when-
that, or do other fucking cool shit like, hey, maybe you need to just fucking pump and they can design their fucking
You're
fights to
just-
actually do damage for once, and you can use
you're
that to
just
actually
more
fucking heal for
limited
once.
If
Yeah.
like you're forced into this.
Yeah,
one place
the point
around
is that it
ninja
just limits
deal.
it like a lot.
But if you
It's
have your
like-
own personal buff, it doesn't matter as much because your changes are yours, and like they can go wild with that class, and like it wouldn't affect anything else. Like
Like
Yeah.
sure, but if there's still like a single class with a raid buff, it would warp everything around it.
Well, that's the
Sure,
point.
but
Yes,
I'm
that's the
saying,
that's the
only
idea.
do that if
none should exist, right?
no.
Like,
I think like one existing wouldn't really matter if that one was not up on top, right? Like
Like yeah.
unless it was significantly better.
You know what? You know what I think a good one to exist
But
would be?
but think about it like this, right? Like think about how fucking broken Trick Dragoon Bard Summoner was, right? In Stormblood,
Yeah.
right?
Oh
Right?
yeah.
Right? Now why did they nerf Trick, right? Why did they nerf all these fucking raid buffs? Right? Because like they didn't want them to stack them to be so fucking gameplay warping that you just needed a fucking
You just
Dragoon.
brought
Like
them, yeah.
yeah, like
what if Litany was just like a personal buff?
so
for
you're stuck in this
buff
weird
the
limbo.
chance by like 50% or some shit.
Like you're
you
stuck
know?
in this weird fucking limbo where it's like these buffs are fucking like they have to be just flaccid enough that they don't really matter if you take them, right? But they have to be like somewhat like it's like weird, dude. Like
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's
So
so
you-
gameplay changing for
Yeah,
like, most things. So
Where they have
And
to
if
like
you
make
don't
sure it's
want
not
that-
too strong, and then if they have a buff, like they have to make sure the class
I have
itself
a
is not too
solution,
strong.
guys.
It's
Well,
like
go for it.
Okay.
I mean, your
What if-
staggering thing was a kind of solution, sure.
What if they make the buff not have a hard cooldown? Okay. What if they just bring foes back and it's the only buff?
I mean, with foes like technically does have a hard cooldown with mana ticks
Well, the
on
thing
server.
is,
Mana,
like,
but you can choose
so
when you use it in short uses, long uses.
this is like
Yeah, sure.
an FF14 problem, but like if I use another game as an example, like
Here we go, Guild
um,
Wars shoulder.
yeah, there you go. Here it is, Guild Wars, right? He knew it. But like they kind of solved this problem. So like, well, it's not perfectly solved, right? But like there's an element to it that I think could be a solution because like there are still unique class mechanics and buffs and stuff that can stack and lead to like some jobs just being like head and shoulders above the others.
There always
Right.
will be. It's impossible
Yeah.
to get rid of it. People will
Yeah.
hone whatever the best thing is.
Yeah, they're always going to be like people who can just like fine tune their mechanical plays. So like this job is going to be better. So like even if there were no raid buffs, there would still be a best job, right? Like
Yeah,
the
you'd bring
issue
in-
is like you can have jobs that are like super good just by virtue of like you know like this ninja player is like average as fuck, but like everyone is so good at pumping shit into trick, you know, that like it's even then it's like okay, there you go, it's still a gain, right? But like the thing that Guild Wars and I think the original Guild Wars does as well, I could be wrong, but I know at least in Guild Wars 2, like most buffs, like the overwhelming majority, are normalized and they're just called boons, right? So like if one job gives like a crit buff, right? You
You
know,
only bring one of that?
no, it'll be called Fury, right? Like so like let me think of an example. So like the Guardian has like an axe skill that drops like a little field on the ground that gives you Fury.
Okay.
Um and like Druid also tends to bring like spirits that give like little buffs as well. I'm trying to think of another class that gives Fury, but I
So
can't.
like you
Oh
wouldn't
yeah.
bring two Fury
So like
classes though, right? Because they can't stack.
you just bring like a you just bring something that's like that guarantees 100% uptime, right? So like the idea would be like so there's like five really important boons to keep up. You want to keep up might, which is a stacking like flat uh like
It's
base
a
damage
damage
buff
buff.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it can stack up to 25 times, but usually the gimmick is like
You want to
individual
maintain
stacks
full
of might.
stacks, right?
Yeah, you want to maintain 25 stacks, and stacks applied tend to be very low, right? So like most classes can apply some amount of might. Some classes are very good at applying large amounts of might in AoE. Some are good at just like keeping it up. Like Druid is really good at keeping up stacks of might through like healing and stuff. But like through a trait called Grace of the Land. But like Guardian can also bring a staff and use Empower, which gives like 12 stacks of might, just like fucking,
Boom.
you just
Yeah.
channel it and it's like here, you know? And
I
then some
channel my power.
classes, I think Warrior has a trait called Phalanx Strength, where it's like whenever they crit an attack with a great sword, it gives a stack of might in an AoE.
So
Um,
you want to have like charges, like power charges, frenzy
it's
charges,
basically
shit.
so like that's might, right? But there's also like Fury. So one of Ranger's pets can use, I think it's like some like fucking bird. Like they can set it up so like their bird uses like this ability on cooldown that gives Fury and AoE, right? And Warrior also has an instant cast shout called For Great Justice that gives Fury and an AoE. And like the Guardian also has that field that drops, and if you stand in it, you get Fury. So it's like the Fury is it just stacks duration, right? Like it doesn't
Right.
stack intensity.
Wouldn't you say this warps the game too, though?
I
It
feel like
does,
it
but
would
only
us.
in the sense that like yeah, like so the thing is, right? Like the issue then becomes like you just bring whatever is the best at keeping up the
Yeah.
most amount of buffs. So the over centralizing thing in Guild Wars 2 is like there's a chronomancer in every party, right?
Does he extend them or something?
Yeah, because like so yes, originally it used to have like crazy amounts of buff extension, but the thing is nowadays there are two other buffs that I didn't mention. One is Alacrity, and this increases the rate that your cooldowns recover at by 33%,
Hey. Yeah.
right? So it's basically like a CDR. And there's also another one called Quickness, which is 50% action speed, right? Like it's literally just
Is that like GCD?
your anime. No, so like
Oh, it makes you just
your
go faster.
yeah, your animations are 50%
Yeah, yeah,
faster,
yeah.
right?
So you can do more.
Yeah, so it's like
They had this in Terra too. Yeah, I see.
so it's like you have a class that can increase action speed and makes it so you're able to do more actions, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
So you just fucking unload.
yeah, and it's like very good at applying quickness and alacrity. And on top of that, Chronomancer is what's called like an elite specialization, so it gets like an additional weapon um, unlocked by taking that spec. Like everyone plays with an elite spec on. It's just like which one you want. But
Yeah.
Chronomancer is special because it gets a shield, right? And two of its weapon skills are just straight up fucking like 3 second long blocks, right? That just like it's just like okay, this is the tank then. So it's a tank that can apply tons of
It's a
fucking
buffing tank.
yeah, it's a tank that basically like imagine if Dancer was combined
Was a
with
tank.
like yeah, like imagine if Dancer was combined with Stormblood Astro, but every single thing they did had like the Royal Road with an AoE.
Yeah, that sounds sick. I'd play that.
Yeah, and it's also
I never could get it set.
like a fucking warrior basically because it can also like basically keep up perma regen on itself too, right? So like to overcomplicate this, or rather to simplify something that I've overcomplicated, right? Like if you standardize buffs, right, you can make it so like you don't like okay, dancer's got it gives 5 stacks of might for 20 seconds, right? And it gives like 5 stacks of might to one person for 60 seconds, right? And dragoon gives fury, right? And an AoE for fucking 20 seconds or however long fucking litany lasts or whatever.
Sure,
um
but the end
it's
result
like,
will be similar, I would argue.
well, the thing is, like, this is why I say just fucking delete them, because like
There's
it
always going to be most effective tactic,
yeah,
you know?
it always it simplifies things in one way, and then it standardizes the buffs, so it's like it opens up options in one sense, but it also closes off options, because then you're not taking like the best set of multiplicatively stacking buffs. You're taking the
The
best
best set of
combination.
sustaining buffs.
Yeah, the best set of sustaining buffs. So it's like
It's
who
like the
can keep
evil you
up.
know versus the one you don't. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's like, but then at the same time, like it's
I think
basically
it's the
just
same
another
thing.
code.
They're in
Yeah,
the
it's
shit
another coding.
spot, dude. Like,
Yeah,
they're
the
like
both hard, dude.
alternative would be like, you know, you
I think
just
like
make
the easiest
literally
is
every
literally
raid
just
buff.
no fucking buffs, like actually, and
Yeah,
just design
that's
the
the
classes.
easiest.
Just design the
But if
fucking
you wanted
classes
to,
A lot of
to be
people like
fun.
playing supports, though, you know?
Yeah, that's the
I get
yeah,
it,
that's
but
the thing.
you can have individual supports. So like the way Astra
We
works
need
right
real
now,
utility back.
yeah, like well, that with like
I,
as
I
like
think
its
like the
own
way Astro
separate
works right now is fine. It's just like you remove divination, remove trick attack and stuff like that.
Oh,
Instead, it's
You
like
give them back like old Astro cards and like
yes.
old Royal Road,
yeah,
but the way you work it is so like
it's only single
fire and
target.
healer just like don't exist,
Yeah,
right? So you can't do the
Only
AoE
single
Royal
target
Road.
buffs.
Yeah,
yeah, it's like
it's
only
only
single
the
target
single target
buffs.
buffs, and
Yeah,
it's
that'd be
whether
good.
you want to do like the enhanced one or the extended one, right?
Like trick
And like
attack can like do something like instead of like it could like designate a melee player, for example, right? And be like
Oh no,
I
we're
mean,
you
making
or
Ninja
some shit.
Dancer,
I
dude.
don't know, man.
you cast Horizon on one of your party members at the beginning of the
Like
you can still
maybe.
have
and they
trick,
become your
but
ninja. They become your Bunshin partner,
you
right?
can still have trick as long as it's not the dominant fucking must use class. That's the thing.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, just because something's not like, I don't think that fixes a dog.
It's like
I mean,
it's
if there's
if
only
Trick
one
was
buff,
three
then like
percent, yeah, like if Trick was 3%, people would still be treating Trick in the exact same way, shoving every single thing
yeah.
inside Trick
yeah,
attack.
yeah. But here's the thing though, like let's say there's only trick and no other raid buffs, and Ninja's doing significantly worse. So like even accounting for trick,
At
if
that point,
Ninja's
you
doing
are
It's just a shit job,
sacrificing.
though. Like,
Yeah, like at that point, you're sacrificing the ninja player base just so that like Trick exists. And at that point, I'd say like you just make Trick a personal only thing. Like
Yeah, yeah.
because
I
like
mean,
if you're
sure.
going to sacrifice the jobs like our DPS, so like and another thing I guess to keep in mind to go off on a tangent is like there are some people who like optimizing around party play, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I
I
I think
wanted to
there should
keep
be
it literally
some
just for those people,
coordination,
right?
but you know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's literally why I'm like keep one or two because like party play is still good, and like if people manage to play in a party, just make them do like 1% higher, so it's not like super meta. Instead, it's just like rewarding for being efficient and like good players,
I
right?
still feel like it's, I don't know. I like,
I mean, it's literally
no
fine
matter what
to
you do, there's gonna be a massive gap between
I
good
feel
players and
like
bad players.
the like if we were just gonna keep everything the
yeah,
exact
but
same as right now and change like two things, it would just be like have the numbers double the durations, right? And that
Sure.
would solve I think like so many issues with it because like the thing is there's so much flexibility. Like Samurai literally got charges on two of its most important fucking abilities, and it has like you can just use your biggest hit inside a 30-second window whenever the fuck you want, right? So it's like you could be using like Tsubame and Meikyo where it's like comfortable, right? You could be using it where it like feels good and lets you like either you have the free time to do like multiple casts, or it's like okay, I really want to use this here just because like there's an opening or something like that. Like that freedom is gone. Like the fact that Samurai has
This
charges is basically like it's fucking meaningless because you're gonna stick it inside the same 60-second window every time.
this is literally why I was crying when we picked up a ninja.
Yeah,
Reaper is
yeah.
like the most flexible job, and
There's-
without a ninja,
This is a very two-sided coin though, because you might dislike this, but a lot of people do like it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
that-
thing. That's
I
the
can
thing.
say I
some
like
people-
that is why I'm like,
can see the
leave
problem,
it,
though, yeah.
leave it for those people. Like, I don't mean like take it away. but,
Maybe
like,
Square
don't
Enix
make
is
it-
doing something right after all, man.
Don't make it so dominant to the point where like
Then
raid
it's
buff
just gonna be
stacking.
another dominant thing though. and It's like
It's not gonna be dominant though, unless because like speedrunning and optimization is not dominant in this game, so it's not gonna be dominant.
you could say it doesn't matter already then if it's not dominant. I don't know.
I just feel
Well,
like
if it's not dominant, why are we making openers around Trick then? Like, it's clearly dominant.
Or
The only
making
thing that's
general openers run all raid buffs.
yeah, but most of them are literally like from Heavensward. Like the whole like openers relied like were based around Trick. Like this is just how it worked.
no,
and, like-
this is not actually a Heavensward thing. This is a thing that
Yeah,
literally
right.
started when Ninja got added to the game. Right?
Sure.
It's
I
when
thought it
Ninja
was
got
Heavensward.
added to the game. Yes.
Because
Back-
Ninja
back
got
into-
added in off patch in A Realm Reborn, and it instantly
was
became the
broken as
best
fuck,
job in
right?
the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was literally
Yeah,
better
yeah,
than Monk, which was the highest damage in the game.
Yeah.
Also, here's the thing. Here's why I know this would work. Because the only job that buffed before Ninja came out
It's Bard, right?
was Bard, and it was just foe, right?
No
And
battle
it's
voice?
like- well,
No.
Battle Voice only doubled the effect of foe, right?
Oh, this is ancient. Yeah, that's ancient times.
Yeah, in A Realm Reborn, Battle Voice just doubled the effect of your song. So sometimes you would literally be
MPLPS.
playing Mana Song and you would Battle Voice it. If a run was that far in the shitter, you know, like maybe wall it, but like, you know,
Yeah.
like it is technically.
Walling doesn't reset cooldowns back then, bro.
Oh god, no, this is all other problems. Don't even.
Yeah, so it's like if you could save that run with the Mana Song Battle Voice. Well, we just do it, bro. We don't want to wait 7
God.
minutes in the hollowed.
Oh God.
This is crazy.
We
This
don't
is
want to.
like, this is more cursed. Like, we have it better now, dude. Don't go back.
No, I think in some respects we do definitely have it better now. But as it relates to raid buffs, I think that the game has been. I think the game has, with like,
Completely warped with the introduction of Ninja.
yes,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think that. the
And it has
introduction
been.
of
It has been
Ninja-
completely fucking warped. Like all class
Because,
design
like-
is completely warped around 60-second and 2-minute. Why? Because Ninja's been so dominant for the whole game's lifespan, right?
Yeah.
And like,
I mean,
like
even
as
now, the
as
whole-
someone like who would like
Everything's
is trying to
still-
make something like that, like doesn't that like just limit your design space
Yeah, it does.
forever, right? Like basically till the end of fucking
'cause-
time, right?
They already
even
dug
now,
their hole
literally-
when
That-
they made
and, like-
Bard
like,
and
Trick
Monster
Attack is
Units, it was
honestly-
over.
It's kind of like fucking Chris Wilson saying you cannot nerf Hunter. So what they did was they
No,
nerfed
no,
everything
here's the
around it.
Here's the thing.
They did
Even
nerf
now,
Trick, though.
Yeah, they did.
even now, literally everything is made to like be a multiplier of like Trick's duration, right? Like
Yeah.
it's either 60 or like 120. There's nothing else. So like they're still following the fucking ninja fucking meme of like 60, right?
Yeah.
And then,
Even
yeah,
after
fucking Black
Trick
Mage,
Attack
yeah.
got nerfed,
Nerfed,
and
yeah,
Ninja's
yeah.
not the highest RDPS.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
They're still
making
following the fucking
openers with the assumption that there's a ninja in the
Ninja,
group, and you
yeah.
have to shove everything inside this
In
15
Trick,
second
yeah.
window.
Yeah.
I mean, even
Like-
if there was a ninja, right, you'd still wait a couple of GCDs to use your potion or whatever, because you know, like your third hit in your combo. is
Potion
stronger.
lasts like 30 seconds though. It's a
Yeah,
very
potion
different
is
set
30,
of
yeah.
like if every buff in this game lasted 30 seconds,
Yeah,
I
like
wouldn't have an issue. Like,
yeah,
who
if the
cares?
buff lasted 30 seconds or 40 seconds, it's like it doesn't matter,
It's like
right?
you have
Like
so much freedom. You
yeah,
can just,
you-
like, you can go
I
make some
can-
fucking coffee
Yeah,
halfway
I mean-
through that buff, dude.
The
Yeah,
Reaper is 20 seconds.
like I have never like pressed the potion and
Summoner
I'm
is
just like
30 seconds.
oh fuck man, I gotta get everything in right now.
Yeah.
Oh
Give me
fuck.
Well, the thing is, you did do that back in the day. Because potions used to only last 15 seconds.
yeah.
OG potions in A Realm Reborn lasted 15 seconds. It was when they changed them to like tinctures or
Tinctures,
whatever. Yeah, that they lasted 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's like, it was like,
I mean,
but we also
it's the
had
same
less
thing though, but
footage.
it's a 30-second window instead of a 15. No.
But making the
but a
window
15
bigger,
second-
Evie, like,
it's like-
it kind of expands their fucking like because
say-
then you
okay.
don't need people to be designed around like
Yeah,
1
but
minute or
let's-
2
let's
minute.
give,
Like they
a
can.
real life example. Let's say I tell you,
Like it's an
have to
urgency
get-
thing, I know, but
Yeah, let's say I tell you you have 20 years to live. Okay, that's quite a long time. Let's say I tell you you have 2 years to live. You're gonna be
Good,
living a
fuck,
little bit
let's go.
differently. Yeah, you're gonna be living very differently if I tell you you only have 2 years to live as opposed to 20. Right? It's like
I
if I
mean,
tell you you have 15 seconds, you're gonna be like,
I mean, I'm not doing anything,
even
dude.
even if
Thanks
you said
for
10
the
years, it would be accurate though. Like 20
Yeah.
and 10, that's a huge fucking difference.
Yeah,
even though
it's just like, and
it's still 10 years is a long
like,
time, but it's
like
still
there's like they can do a lot of different stuff with a 30-second window, right? As opposed to a 15-second or a 10-second window, right? For classes, right? Because like,
I feel like once it's optimized, it'll end up like people will be like, "Oh, I have to put all my things in this 30-second." Like,
okay,
no,
like
Well,
I gotta
yeah,
put all my
you
things.
would still, okay, here's the thing. How much does it matter now if, just like, let's assume one of your cooldowns is drifting a couple of seconds every minute or so.
that
There's
much. 'cause
nothing
yeah,
you
my
can do.
gluttony fucking drifts,
It's
dude.
like,
What do you mean?
it's like, yeah, like it just drifts. Upheaval, it just drifts. Tides come in, times come out, right? Sun comes up, sun goes down.
Wait, how
And
does
gluttony
upheaval
drifts.
drift?
Because your GC
Upheaval.
comes up at the same time as it does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
Wait, what the
upheaval
fuck's an
just-
upheaval though?
Upheaval is the fucking punchy GCD or
Yeah,
off
the
GCD.
off
on
GCD,
Warrior.
right? Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
It'll drift by like half a second. Whatever.
Bro, it
Point
doesn't
is,
drift, bro.
like,
Just press it, man.
well, it
It's
doesn't
all
drift
GCD.
anymore.
Yeah. It
Doesn't
doesn't
drift
even
anymore.
cost anything.
Yeah,
So-
but I'm saying, like, like back in the good old days of Shadowbringers, Raze, you may not remember this time. Upheaval drifted. You know?
Sure,
So it's
sure.
like, imagine it's just drifting like a second or so every little bit, right? Like, okay, you had that solidly in the middle of a trick attack, right? It's
Yeah,
now the
it
5th minute
drifts,
of
yeah.
the fight. It's like, oh shit, next trick, this thing's coming out, right? Like, it's not gonna be in there anymore.
It's kind of like the gluttony problem, right? Because Reaper rotation is longer than 120, and gluttony is a 60-second cooldown. So like gluttony naturally drifts. People even made like charts and shit of the gluttony drift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
When you make the window bigger, it just basically like makes it so that you can design a little bit more freely without having to
Yeah.
fucking autistically smash everything in and have it like be like, oh yeah, this just perfectly loops every 60 fucking seconds, you know?
Still
Okay.
want to put everything that doesn't have a charge on cooldown as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
doesn't change whether you have a
That
15
yeah, that
second
has
or a
never
30
changed in
second
any
window.
MMO ever, right? Like,
Yeah, I agree with all these things. Yeah.
right?
But the thing is, like, it's like literally just.
But it
like,
doesn't put you in a fucking little hole, right? Where you're like, okay, man, every fucking class just needs to fucking loop perfectly. every 60
class
seconds.
is pigeonholed into this 15-second window.
Yeah,
right?
like,
Or every class is pigeonholed into a 30-second window. It's like, okay, I'm gonna pick the 30-second window, even if you can say, like, at the end of the day, it's like same result. It's like, okay, same result, but one's comfier.
one's comfier. One just allows the devs to just design classes that have like a
Yeah.
little bit more freedom, right? Like,
I'd be good with the 30. Okay, I'd be good with the 30 as long as they make one class with like a personal buff that lasts 10 seconds or something.
Yeah, like
I
Ninja
mean,
can
we
still
still
have
have
like
that,
you can still have like a tiny fucking
Yeah,
burst window
Draco
for
has, like,
yeah.
like,
blood
you
for
know,
blood and shit like that.
like, yeah,
Blood for
like
blood's
it's
long.
fine. Like you can still have
Sure,
like
sure, tether
your
is
own
30
multiplier where it's like,
Those are,
okay,
20 seconds, dude.
you know, like, and have like bursty class where they're like, okay, let's fucking go, right? Like that, just like fucking Reaper is, where it's like it has its window where it's like it starts fucking popping off, right? Like that's fine. Like,
It's
but
just
like,
very much a case of.
but when you have another class forcing every other class to
you're
play like that,
forcing, yeah.
that's the problem, right? Because it's too game warping, right?
like,
It's just yeah.
if it wasn't Ninja, it would be some other class that had an only 20-second buff duration.
Yeah.
Right? Like, sure, I get where you're coming from, but it's like we tackle the current extreme issue, not like hypothetical future ones. Ideally, we solve both at the same time, But like, if I could sit down with Yoshi P and hold him at gunpoint and be like, "You were changing this one thing, right?" I'd be like, "Delete Ninja, bro. Just it's gone. Okay? Get it out of here."
I mean, delete trick, you mean?
That's what I said, Raze.
Yeah, just make it trick.
Totally, that's what I said, Raze. It's just trick
Yeah,
attack.
Ninja is trick attack for all intents and purposes. Like,
Yeah, and it's like, why is that a meme? Because it's actually unironically fucking true.
Think of how much
Yeah, I don't
freedom
know.
they'd have with designing new ninjutsu and shit if they
Man.
didn't have to worry about fucking trick attack.
Let alone new ninjutsu. Like, the thing is, I still fucking, like, when I learned about Reaper, like, when I played it on early access, it's like, yo, this class is
bro.
fucking amazing. Like, I can hit my positionals when I want. I can, like, literally fucking do optional positionals, bro. Like, what
Then
is
the
this?
fucking Giga Ninja shows up.
Yeah, yeah. And the balance nerds are like, you know, all this flexibility, all this amazing design they put time into. Yeah. Throw that shit in the fucking bin. We're using it in like the most rigid way possible, and I'm just like, bro, what? Come on, man. This one job is designed so well. Like, come on, bro.
Like,
rigid
why?
things
Thing
can be
is,
fun. I mean,
That's the same shit that I was saying with like Tsubame. I was like, "Fuck yeah, 2 charges. This is so
yeah,
Evie.
yeah.
comfortable. This is so
Evie,
cool."
I
here's the
remember.
thing.
Look, I remember that, and then I was like, "Bro, you're just gonna put them into," and then you were like, "No."
Evie, here's
Yeah,
the thing.
it's-
Rigid is fine if uh rigid is okay, but like not having options and forcing everything to be rigid is not fine. Is the thing.
I agree.
And,
Yeah,
like,
Some
And-
classes can be rigid. Some classes
some
can be
should
flexible.
be, yeah. Like, some should be flexible. Like,
But
The only
when
thing I think
something
is that
like
everything will be rigid at a certain point, but
But
mean-
once you make like one class rigid and it can spread that rigidity to other classes,
yeah, that's
when
that's where the problem starts, you know,
That's
and
why
it doesn't
it's
fucking
like-
end till the end of
I
time,
remember
as we've
seeing this
clearly
shit
seen.
in, like a Realm Reborn. When I saw Trick Attack, I was like, "Oh fuck!"
he's like, the end times have come, friends. We are
Sure enough,
fucked.
Every fucking raid group, every single one ran with the ninja. I think like the FCOB World First had like double monk, and like that was
do Monk 2
basically
Ninja
it.
or some shite, right?
I think it was literally just. Yeah, you know
I guess you,
what?
I guess you had
It
a
was.
bard though, right?
It
I think
was
you had
double.
a bard, no?
It was double monk, a bard, and a ninja. But they didn't, the only reason they took the penalty for double monk is because Dragoon
Trick doesn't
hadn't
stack,
had.
dude.
No, it's
Dragoon
because
dies.
Dragoon hadn't had magic death buffed, so it would just
Dragoon's
die
weaker
to
than a
every.
crafter.
Oh my god! Holy shit! What a fucking meme. Oh god.
Every
But-
point of physical defense that it had over a fucking ninja or a monk, it had less in magic defense.
Oh god.
Yeah. So see, what you say about all the buffs is good and all, but what if I have autism and my favorite class is Stormblood Machinist because you get to align with your ninja every 60 seconds?
I mean, you can
Yeah,
align with
but
your
if
own
you-
personal every 60 seconds.
Yeah,
It's
like,
not-
what
It's
if-
not like it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
staying in time with someone else is entertaining. and
listen,
fun,
I
don't
mean,
know.
we
sure,
can have-
you can look at it when your ninja pops his personal, and you can sync with his
Bro,
personal. Bro.
Raze, it's okay. Here's what we do. We take a couple skill jumps from Poe. I think they're called links, right? So what you do is you have ninja partner Boonshin. You know, like you
Ninja
become the
partner.
ninja.
So-
You
so-
become the ninja's shadow.
So ninja
You
is just
become the
dancer
Boonshin.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
melee dancer, right?
It's
That's
melee
a
dancer.
really well designed
Yeah.
job, I think.
And you get to benefit
just
from the
dog
trick
shit, I
attack,
think.
right? Like that's it. You just get to benefit from the trick attack. There you go.
Sure.
Holy shit! These fucking mind alcahests are fucking AK. What the fuck?
Yeah, I've been
Bro,
crafting Alcahest all day, dude.
That's because
I'm
you know
on
why? The mind
Alcahest right
alcahests.
now.
The mind halkas, they're fucking needed for the fucking studium deliveries. Those motherfuckers.
You know what an alcahest is, right?
No.
No.
It's a
it
fucking
tricky?
universal dissolvent in
Oh.
alchemy. So keep in mind, a mind alka is dissolving the mind, bro.
Shut the fuck
Bro,
That's
you
what
just
this
said it's
conversation has
universal,
been.
bro. What-
It's
That's
universal.
what this conversation has been the whole time. We've been on mind alcahest for the past 2 hours.
Bro,
Yeah, I
but
don't know,
that's
dude.
kind of like.
I
contradictory
kind
now.
of wish we went back to the fucking
Yeah,
like
Alcahest, Ben's all
the
sorts
fucking
of-
southern fucking like
No.
No.
The Southern what? What is that?
You should. It was wild, dude.
Oh, Evie wasn't here for that. Yeah.
It was wild,
Wait,
dude.
what did I
Don't worry.
miss?
We were talking about what if we just all modern fantasy was instead of being voiced by like posh
British cunts.
yeah, like
Clint Eastwood?
you know, we would just have them voiced by like someone with an
Your
intense
neighbor
southern
Texan.
drawl.
Yeah.
Can we get Clint
Intense southern drawl.
I think that'd be great.
And then
That's like Firefly kind of.
and then fucking like Tem and fucking like Kelp
popping
just
off, dude.
were popped off for like 2 fucking hours while Ray's was gone. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. I should have been fucking recording the whole goddamn thing, honestly.
Senpai, who are they sending the pie to though?
I do declare.
It was
Yeah,
retarded.
give me a sack of shit.
They were doing something about like dragons in Miracidia and fucking Bahamut and shit, and I'm
do
just like,
declare
what?
that Mirror City and Bricks be wildin', bro.
Now I don't know what the fuck a flare dampener is, but that motherfucker is charging up a terra flare, and you know, like, listen,
We gotta
I didn't pass-
dampen that blow, I reckon.
Yeah, I didn't pass calculus class, but I can put 1 and 1 together and say that's 2.
God.
Okay.
It's like, what is
I
it's
can
like,
buy this. I can buy this.
Yes.
This sounds
The
good.
one and one together shit is so dumb.
Have you guys watched Firefly?
No.
No. Kelp? No.
No.
Oh
No.
fuck.
I don't watch
It's
Trump
like
movies.
doesn't
a-
watch shit. He just watches like documentaries and shit.
So
dude.
Firefly is
Document-
like a space
Science
show.
fiction. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like science fiction, but they like ride horses and have like fucking revolvers. Like it's literally almost what you described, but sci-fi instead of
It's
fantasy.
a fucking space western.
Yeah, the space western.
Fucking
It's
Christ.
great.
Oh,
You should
God.
watch sometime. Watch it with an open mind though. It's not like
Like, can you
insanely good.
imagine if at the end of a fucking Praetorium run, like Thancred Lahabrea shows up and he's looking at Gaius on the ground and he's like, pathetic, right?
like this is the shit I'm talking about, dude.
He didn't even. He didn't even wait for it. He just like delivered it. And, like his normal accent goes to southern, like right there mid sentence, bro. Like what?
Texas race. He's used to it.
Yeah,
He's heard people probably that talk like that.
Where's fucking Tem? Reminds me.
God.
Oh, Tem just gone, dude.
If
Edge.
I don't stop you
Temps,
here right
rating.
now, this world's
Oh.
gonna be unrecognizable, both magical and physical.
The
Do
best
you
was
have any idea how long you have delayed the rejoining?
the best was like the media on fucking lines, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Began
what?
singer line.
Holy
What-
shit!
What we saw, what I saw.
This just sounds like a
Cannot
black slave in
suffer
the
it
south.
again.
Sounds like slavery.
Like, what? Oh, God.
This can only end in misery and desolation.
This guy's name is Soda. He's a Lalafell chopping trees with me.
God, I'm making grade 5 mine LCASs.
Oh, you're
Solving
making
my
rarefied
mind.
things too?
No, I'm
Bro,
just doing
no,
studio.
I was gonna examine this person's glamour and they just logged.
Yeah, that's the worst, dude. You're like, damn.
I was literally about to hit the examine button that
I
hadn't
remember I
examined
wa-
Necro.
I examined some fucking like person's fucking glam, and then they were like, "Do you like what you see?" And I'm like, "Monk Omega, dude." Like they
Like,
whispered.
see, what you do is like you make. So I have like a mouse over macro to examine people, so no one knows.
Fucking ninja, dude.
Yeah. Wait, you're a
He's become
genius.
what he hates
Yeah,
most.
the reason why is because like there's this plugin, right, called like peeping Tom or some shit like that on fucking Dollywood, right, where it
Yeah.
shows you who fucking looked at you, and I'm like, Monk Omega,
I
dude.
don't care. If someone says that to me, I'll be like, hell yeah, I do. Show me more.
There you go.
Monk Omega.
Listen, if someone engages you, you just engage them, but take it to
Bro,
the
like,
logical extreme. Or the illogical extreme. One of the two.
People in this MMO are fucking terrified of like clicking other people and like.
It's
looking.
true.
No, it's
I
like,
click
bro,
everyone.
Every
like,
single
I
one
don't
of these
wanna-
guys have fucking
Because-
like.
Listen, I don't want someone to know I'm examining their gear.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter though.
Exam.
Yeah.
No,
but
it
it
does. You know why?
does.
Because you don't want to
No,
give
no, it
them the
doesn't.
fucking like pride, dude. They're like, ah, shit, dude, I look
I
good.
mean,
This guy examined
how
me.
does it matter, dude?
Hey,
I
whisper
don't
them
want
and
this
say cute
person to know
cat.
that they're well dressed.
What, that's like a compliment, bro. Like,
No,
why would
no,
you not
no,
want
no.
that,
We don't
bro?
want them to. We don't want them to think they're well dressed. We want them to think
Bro,
they're
are you,
shit.
like,
Cry.
do,
I
do you not
whisper
compliment
people all the
people
time.
IRL? Like, what
No,
Like,
I
yo,
don't.
cute
You know what
cat.
Ari says? Whatever Ari does, like, hey, do I look good in this? I'm like, no, you don't. Do better.
You know, this is what's wrong
Real
with people. I keep telling my dad. I keep telling him, your problem, like, you're a perfect dad, but like, you wouldn't fucking compliment me growing up. That's your problem.
You do the
Anytime,
same
like,
shit though.
here's
Come
the thing.
on,
Here's the
dude.
thing. I show up with like a 95. He's like, "Where's
Not
the
a
other 5?"
100.
Where's
I
the
get a
other-
97. Where's the other 3? I
I'm
get
gonna
a
do that.
98. Where's the
I'm gonna-
other 2?
I'm gonna do
It's
that
like-
to someone in my static, dude. They're gonna be like, "Yo,
No,
I got
no.
a 97. Where's the other 3?"
I'm not even. This is not a joke, dude. I'm not making. Like, I had trauma growing up because my dad wouldn't show me affection.
Show me
Listen,
affection.
Listen, Ray, hear me out. At
Oh,
least you
God.
had one.
At least you
Bro,
had one, Sag.
Look, man. The thing is, I get that he was doing the fucking Asian dad, like, fucking serious bullshit. But, like, come on, bro. Like, you can't do this to a kid, man.
True, though.
Just say good job, right? Don't ask for the missing fucking 2 points, right? Like, come on, bro.
Good job, but do better, dumbass.
Yeah, it was always literally like, oh yeah, but how do you
Could
lose
be
your
better.
3? Like, it's like, what? We don't talk about the 97 I've acquired?
Nah, you
Cool,
missed
cool.
a little bit there on the
Like,
top.
what?
You're missing a little bit.
It's like you come home, you have a 99. He's like, "Good job, Raze."
You're
Is what I
close.
would have said if
Almost
you had
there.
gotten the last point.
hustle.
Well, to
You
be
get the
fair,
participation, bro.
I think my mom did the same thing, and then at a certain point in middle school, I got nothing but hundreds. So, like, she was like, "You okay there? You look stressed out." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm fine." And fucking
I
bags under my
literally-
eyes and shit. Like,
I literally never got 100s. Like, I'd be around like the 90 to like 95, and it was always like fucking, oh yeah, what happened here? What happened here? How do you miss this? Well, sure, I got 100 in like programming and shit, but like, they wouldn't say it. They're like, good job, right? But
They
like,
always give people hella high marks in like programming
yeah,
courses.
yeah. But that was mostly because other people were kind of like
kind of bad.
dumbasses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of
like,
fucking retard.
the low people brought like if you it's like FF, right? Like Cry, when you see a healer that has basic competence, you're like, holy fuck, this guy's a god, right? Like that's also programming.
yeah, that's literally how programming.
Wait, I'm
is
not
taught in,
fucking dying to
high
one
school.
fucking pack. Holy shit, dog.
It's like
It's literally
make a HTML page with like a title and like a different background. And it's like,
It's like, damn,
What?
good job, Timmy.
yeah, and you put like a special effect in the CSS, and like your teacher's losing it.
Loses
It's like,
mind. They're like, yo,
Oh
we didn't
my
even talk about CSS.
Yeah,
The
we
guy
didn't even
the
teach you
teacher
that.
starts
Yeah,
breaking
I'm sorry.
down. He starts crying. He's like, "I'm so
Yeah,
fucking
I'm not
proud
even
of you,
Fucking
dude."
game design, he copies one mechanic. Everyone's like,
I'm not even kidding. Like, oh my god, like
Wait,
people
the
are
next
so
one?
impressed by
You know what
mechanics.
the
bro.
next one has to be? Light rampant.
Like, rip.
No, that's too different. Like, I'm actually like trying to think of like you know, Heidlin has the fucking LOS bullshit with the waves.
That's
Yeah,
actually
they're-
that should be pretty.
Yeah,
easy,
that's
Yeah, that's really
easy.
good.
Like, the thing
That's
is,
really good.
people like easy stuff. Is the thing. Like, you want to give them something that makes them
The
feel
Highland
smart and
crystals
like
were
good.
cool.
Yeah,
except
yeah,
it took,
it's
like,
definitely cool.
half a pull to figure out. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I know.
We give like infants those little toys where it's like put it in the square hole, circle
Yeah,
hole,
yeah.
triangle.
the square
Yeah.
goes in the square hole. The circle, where do you think it goes?
The
Correct.
square
The
hole.
square hole.
Yeah, yeah.
Squirrel.
The thing is, people don't care if it's easy. Like, as they just feel good
You just
when
want
they
to
like
style
do
on
it.
a toddler.
Yeah. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, people feel so good when they're like,
They
okay,
don't want
like,
to have to craft nails with their fingernails and play Dark Souls blindfolded with a banana.
yeah. Like, a lot of people don't enjoy that. I've learned.
And a
'Cause in my
spiked
first
cock
game
ring,
jam-
dude.
In my
Dark
first game
Souls
jam,
4
we
is
literally
game jam, dude.
I literally made like a clone of Dark Souls with like one boss at the end. It was like super simple, right? Like, there's just attack, defend, roll.
roll, block.
Yeah, roll,
attack.
attack, defend, block, and there's a boss
Attempt
fight.
to heal, but
Yeah. I literally copy pasted Estus flasks. I'm not even kidding. Use the same PNG.
Use the
But-
same PNG.
Yeah, I literally used the same PNG.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
But yeah, the boss fight was pretty basic. It was like one LOS. It spawned some ads of 50%. You had to kill the ads within like a timer, or like the boss tells you. Yeah, and
SE
rage.
doesn't
Yeah.
give enrage for a reason.
So like
Too hard.
people actually couldn't figure out that like they had to kill the fucking ads, bro.
Nah, I'll leave them alone. They're my
Because
friends.
they just kept trying to defend, or like they killed one ad and just saw the other, and they're like, "Fuck them, dude! Like, why would we kill that one? Like, it's
Right.
not even attacking us."
You gave them too many options.
Yeah. Like that's what I've learned. It's like, don't make anything that I would enjoy. Is the thing. Like,
You said defend, which means there was something that was dying to the ads. Just make them die to the ads. Don't make something else die to the ads.
yeah, I don't know, man. Like after that, I just started doing like simple, like pretty, like click and hold or like drag over kind of memes, and like people really enjoy those.
What you should do is do the same thing, but make the ads gain a damage up every time they hit you.
No, what I did was I made an ad phase that was like 20 seconds long. Like the ads were pretty simple. There were like 3 or 4 ads, and like you could kill them like a non-retard would kill them in 20 seconds. Right? Like
Right. You already fucked up.
no, this is giving additional time, bro. Like you could kill them in like 10 seconds, right? But I gave it double the time. But people didn't have an incentive
Give them 5
to kill.
times the time, and then when they finish it, say, "Do you want to play the hard mode?"
Yeah. Like obviously, like now I've learned, but I didn't know this. They were just like so confused and lost. They're like, okay, what is going on? Because you couldn't hit the boss would go away when the ad phase comes. Because like Final Fantasy does the same
How
shit.
do I
Right?
kill the boss? It's gone.
Yeah. And like people were just like confused, running around. They're like trying to leave the arena, which you
Well,
couldn't do.
It's not intuitive unless you've played this game. It's like
Yeah. Like
it's like imagine if you're like 30. Okay,
no,
let's
the
say,
average
and you play
gamer
a
is
shooter
like
for the first time. You've never touched sticks in your life.
yeah. The
even
average
move,
gamer
like-
is super fucking stupid. Like holy shit.
Holy
It's
shit.
not, like we can't just put like fucking Thornton mechanics and
Well, the
expect
thing is, it's not even it's their knowledge base, right? So you have this
Yeah.
knowledge base, right? You play all these games, so these things make sense to you, right?
Yeah.
If you get someone who hasn't, like if I took a controller and gave it to my grandma and I said, "You're gonna take the cursor and you're gonna click on this guy's head," okay, they wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
And then if you say, "Okay, this one moves too," they'd be like, "What? Like I can
Yeah.
move?"
Like
Like,
I get it. Yeah. But it's just like
but if
yeah.
you played like FPS, it makes sense, right? You like you know how to move.
That's the thing. Another thing is like platformers and FPS is like the most like universally like
Even
accepted
still, the
genre.
best
as far
way
as-
is to make good tutorials.
I
Even
mean,
for
here's the
something
thing
like
though.
a fighting game, if a fighting game is a good tutorial, which some of them actually do now, it's way easier to play.
Well, the thing is, I only make these kind of games in like game jams, and
Yeah,
normally game jams are like 3 days long.
they're more
And
simplified,
like,
yeah.
yeah, you cannot do all that, right? So it's just like you want to do something that like
You have to
people
make
just
a clever use of mechanics that teaches them.
yeah. That's kind of how you got to do it. It's like it's also like Dark Souls in a way where like they they naturally make it so that you can see like your future areas and stuff, or like oh yeah, there's potentially something there by like putting like a corpse and like a glowy item there. Even though you can't go there now, you do know like oh yeah, there's some
Yeah,
other way to get there,
this
shit
is
like
like
that.
Metroidvania stuff. It's like you have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
green door and it's like, okay, how do I kill this? Oh, I have the
yeah,
green
yeah,
laser?
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Like shit like that. You need a lot of like natural
like
like
color-coded
intuitive
keys, right?
learning, shit like that.
Like, this is the red door. You kill a boss, he drops the red key,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Which
It's just,
opens the green door because
yeah,
it
yeah,
cancels
yeah,
out the
yeah,
green.
do it one time to
And
fuck
then you
with
hit
them.
him with the sidewinder, dude. You hit him with the fucking left
yeah,
hook. Does it
that's
open the red
definitely
door,
like an
dumbass?
Undertale kind of meme, right? Like you like drop the red key when you kill the
You put
boss,
it in
and
the
you
red
couldn't.
door and it
Yeah,
just explodes, dude.
you go to the red door. It'd be like, why did you just assume the red key opens the red door? That's pretty silly. And like you just proceed to like look for the actual key, and it's just like
It's like
Key
a
is too big.
skeleton key, but it's like a
Yeah.
padlock for the door. And it's like,
Why would this work? You need the
Yeah.
combination, dumbass.
Yeah, like why would this even like that is literally the kind of writing Undertale has, and like at first I wasn't sold on it. I feel like it blew up and like it's like mainstream and shit, so I'm like too hipster for that shit. But then I've watched my ex at the time play it, and like it was actually really good, right? Like, because this man did something that other people were not really doing, so it's like in a way he was being hipster and like sure, like
Well, it was a massive history game before it exploded, yeah.
yeah.
And then the
So
only thing you could hear on YouTube videos was
yeah, it became too fucking
unadjusted.
mainstream. Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't like it at first, but like now I do appreciate it. Like it's really good.
What
Yeah.
game you should appreciate, Mace? Sacrifice, dog. Alright, my
Shut the
shill's
fuck
done for the month. I'll collect my check.
This man, the stupid ass sacrifice, bro.
Listen, they had a gun pointed at my head. I couldn't. They're gonna kill me, dude.
I always wanted to do like a horror game without doing jump scares because I think that's like one of the best uh like creative ways to do a horror game, right? Because
Honestly,
jump scares
like,
are like
that's
overrated.
well, you say that, right? But there's a reason jump scares are used so often is because like
Yeah,
if
they're
you can
effective.
make like a really good daylight horror,
Mhm.
like you are literally a master of your craft when
Yeah,
it comes to
yeah,
making horror genre, like
yeah.
whether it's games or books or movies. Like there's a reason it gets
Yeah,
used so often. It's because most people are not
it's the easy
masters.
way out. Yeah.
Well, I think what you could do is instead of thinking like scare them, just think of like dread, you know?
Well, it's not even
Like
that,
they
right?
do
Like
not want.
you don't need to force like fear into people. You can just put them in like a situation where like their brain comes up with like weird solutions, right?
No, I'm
Because
just thinking like I've played like some games I've played like modded Minecraft. Okay, you're in this fucked up place, and if you die, it's gonna take you a long time to walk back. You don't want to fucking die. Everything scares the shit out of like.
well, sure, that's one way of fear, but like I mean, like it doesn't that kind of fear is
That's like
because of
fear of being
difficulty, though.
inconvenienced.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit
But
is
I
the
mean,
worst.
like you can still convey fear through like atmospheric settings and shit, just like ominous fucking shit just happening all over. But to do that, like, you need to like immerse the player so much in the fucking story and like the music that like you literally make their brain run wild and like come up with things even though there's like nothing there. You just like give it some fucking food for thought, like every now and then, like sprinkle some like weird sounds in the back or like
Well, you can just
leaves.
have something present, and then draw their attention to it later, and they're like, "Holy shit, this has been here the whole time." You
Yeah, shit like that, right? Yeah.
A pair of lights. Oh no, their eyes.
Yeah, I really like things
Have,
from like the environment and like atmosphere using
have you
using them.
ever heard of oh fuck, what was it called? Uh, was it called Pathogen? Fuck, what was it called? What was that game called? It was like some Russian game.
Russians.
Where is he from?
Fucking Russians. Jeez.
Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Pathological? Yeah, pathological.
Oh, I think I remember that because there's someone made a video on it that was like, "Do games even need to be fun?" Like,
I don't- okay, like
Do games
yes,
even
this,
need to be
but
fun?
yo, Ray, did you ever heard of pathological?
Oh god.
You're the first
think-
one or the second one?
I think I've heard of it, but
You did look into it. It's kind of like what you're saying. I'm not even gonna say they're good, but like, it's
well,
interesting.
they're definitely not good.
I don't think they're good as a game, but like they can have value in other ways. You know? I don't know.
It's sort of like how, you know, no, I'm drawing a blank.